What's good? What's good? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on this Hurykane Sunday service? We here at the Hurykane and Night Trap this church. Well, we gonna ask some questions. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to everybody. I don't know why my Bluetooth is acting up. There we go.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Preacher! Let's get this party started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. You already know what it is. Shouts out to everybody. For all the haters that's hating on a Hurykane and Night Trap this church. If they want smoke, they can get smoke.
Came hit a valley and blaze the soul caliber. Then my chrome caliber bang is gon' value. I was so glorious, kicking you in your orifices. Then smash a source of the show with metamorphosis. Fighting like a Morpheus, smacking within the accordion. Kick like King Fury and pull off in the DeLorean. Doc Brown witness these Glock sounds. I pop rounds, hot rounds up in your head. Body was not found, drop down just like a ninja. Stone cold killer, my blade cut up stars. Create gold rivers, my cool now with chain. It takes souls, nigga, exposed on your brains, make it explode. Nigga, typical, you a despicable individual, pitiful politicians, time to get rid of you. Agenda 230 is here, so keep your nine close. Hurykane, be not name, blood in the cosmos. You gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. You gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. You gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. You gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. You gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. You gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. Vacate the whole place, so get your soul erased. Blood is a present planet, so there is no escape. You tryna hear it. You better know your face. I'm the guy killer, your nigga. There is no petty games. Ain't no purgatory in hell. This is no holy place. So I gotta destroy the rail, create a holy place. Levitate planets, my God status, galactus. Reactor blast with the fashion, the class of baddest assassin. I'm not losing satisfaction for blasting cops in the cabin. Bragging about wreaking havoc. The feds, we call them lacking. More powerful than the bandit. You better summon the kraken. Crack your head with a flagon. I'm laughing, slapping the faggot. The status cause of reactions. The planets up doing damage. Got the federal advantage. The amulet of Atlantis is turned sand in the glasses. To turn hate into ashes. The dragon lives on the dragon. It's something you can't imagine. I'm blasting lyrical damage. God damn it, you better panic. I'm savage like Randy Savage. On point like a baddest. My status for rebel action. They hack the planet the fastest. The baddest motherfucker that's on the planet. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe.
Cause it sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Salute everybody. What's good? What's good? Sorry Nature, Jay Dooley. Welcome to the Hurykane and Night Trap this church.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you
When
know.
you know,
When you know who you are, when you know yourself. That's when you know the real God, or the goddess, which lives within. Shouts out to everybody. When you know, you know. Featuring Jordan. Let's go.
When you know yourself, you see the vision, multi-dimensions, parallel worlds with you ascended. Shot the work in the work. I was an introvert, grown out the shell, time to put in work. I'm in the verse. I think government, Democrats and Republicans, fuck a mulligan. Only get one shot, then I'm done with it. I'm the master. I calculated the data with dark matter. Using the elements, make the space shadow. Hate chatter. Fed softer than cake batter. Let's take matters from Earth to space battles. Like an anime from Sunday through Saturday. Use a knack of you playing with magic like I'm a fantasy. Final boss, the blade longer than Sephiroth. Black Messiah, hell yeah, I better cross. I'm a rebel, fight for a cause. The universal law, fight the enemy through the stars.
When you know, you know. 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 When you know, you know.
When you know yourself, you see the power, the very power that turn the enemies to cowards, they get devoured. I turn the minutes into hours, they look sour. Hurykane just like the clock tower. Spit the mantra, analytical monster. With the truth, I'ma conquer enemies acting bonkers. I'm exuberant, stay maneuvering, hooligan, super kick to the moon again. Hell no, I ain't doing no. Destroy the temple, I'm using powers of elementals. So essential to my team, despite the differential. I'm a warrior, keep it simple. My flow make the triple instrumental, cause it did mention no time ripples. Feel good into light sickles, I slice missiles. Put together man, I turn tanks into bicycles. I'm a rebel, fight for a cause. Universal law, throw the enemy through the stars, kill them all.
When you know, you know. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. When you know. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. Yeah.
Better know thyself, you better listen. Can you hear me? Better know thyself, you better listen.
Salute everybody.
Better know thyself, you better listen.
The church doors are open.
Better know thyself, you better listen. Let that be right.
Hurykane the night trap this church. The hip-hopopolis. The hip-hopopolis. I'm gonna use that. It's that real hip-hop. Popolopolis, hip-hopopolis.
You better listen.
Anonymous.
Better know thyself, you better listen. Gotta know thyself, you better listen. Pay attention. Better know thyself, you better listen.
You already know.
Road One Production.
Let's go. Go with the flow. You know. Let's go. Do you wanna roll? Let me know. Got the weed in the Hennessy. Vibe out where you hear the beat. Baby girl wanna get with me. Me and her got the chemistry. So let's create the synergy. With a whole lot of energy. In the bed where we gonna be. Smoking trees and we feeling free. Looking good while we on the beach. Homegirl, she get freaking leak. Come here, let me take a peek. We can smash in between the sheets. Or we can do it on the leather seats. Go to heights that we never reach. In the ram where we never sleep. Making love is my therapy. Do my thing through the cosmos. All the weed and the drink got our eyes low. Just ran out of liquor, gotta buy more. Being hit back to the crib for the night show. Let's go. Go with the flow. You know. Let's go. Do you wanna roll? Let me know. Smoke an indica, baby girl, I get into you. Let me get to you, doing my thing. Got the cinema, girl, I'm feeling you. Take your ass out the dilly, you looking elegant. Within that element, I'm a winner. For my leg in the plan with me and you in it. Put our minds together and start a new business. Show with you my true feelings for new living. Big house, cool whips, new children. Think I'm moving too fast, let me slow it down. Let's go to the bedroom for a couple rounds. 9 rounds of pound time, I'm feeling this. Incense and candles will be intimate. This is really the supernatural experience. How my future she love when we experiment. Just run out of liquor, you let me buy a fifth. And the bag of weed, we about to take a hit. Go with the flow.
Shouts out to everybody. I hope my chat not frozen.
Let's go. Do you gonna roll? Let me know. Let's go. Go with the flow. You know. Let's go. Do you wanna roll? Let me know. Let's go. Go with the flow. You know. Let's go. Do you wanna roll? Let me know.
Church doors is open. We'll go to the Hurykane and Night Trapper's Church.
Asian, real black man, I'm crafted in God's image. Lyrically, I'm a savage, engulfing the planet. With the spark grip movement, I ain't going nowhere, you better get used to it. Equipped with the toolage, and I ain't talking about no handguns on my band lab and holding the game for ransom. Run me mine, and I don't want my chips to circulate. Fast food for the CEOs, don't taking them on dinner daily. Unless I'm well trained, better say that I've been a great stuck in your weight class with this. I'm heavyweight shapers with the blows, quick feet like I lead. Joe Lewis when I do, I'm leaving flat in the ring. John Kemp when I lift off, finish like Dominique, underrated like Pippen when I help bring in the ring. Put in a lot of work, my best interest for the team. Just give me the hand off and I'm running up the scene. Fake smiles, fake nods when you hear me on the beat. On my phone against the odds, I'ma keep on doing me. I'm a treasure in the mud for the dirty side. I'm a fortune undiscovered and I ain't been found. Represent for all my brothers above or underground. And all the black queens, it's your flowers and crowns.
You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. It's time to unload, the drama unfold. My 44 gold, taking your soul, never reload. Where do we go? The battlefield's big and explode, but the government kill a ball with every flow. I'm the infamous lyricist to the fans, they just as imminent. Implement all the titles to kill a quick with these instruments. With these sentences, shake your ball in the instant. Quick, Hurykane is the name, you better know who you're dealing with. Style master, slow it down cause I'm master. Bastard in the dark abyss, that's where I cast you. Natural disaster, I'm the final chapter. Happy running in circles like hamsters, little bastard. I'm the warrior, battlefield looking glorious. Skills just so notorious, kicking your ass like Morpheus. The anomaly, speaking new philosophy, speaking with the velocity, cause a lot of atrocity. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. guess I gotta tone it down for y'all. Born and raised in the projects, dude, where we give all these haters the blues. Fuck cops, man, we breaking the rules. Outlaws, yeah, we bringing the tools. I'm a rebel, what the fuck you gon' do? Get on my level, we'll get lost in the dust. Ain't gas that I trust, y'all feds ain't fucking with us. Tell the government enough is enough. Pull up in the truck, politician getting shot the fuck up. Like a Christmas tree, lighting them up. Got the Sprite in my cup, sipping lean, about to light up a blunt. As I walk straight up to the front, AO in my hand, understand you ain't calling my bluff. Taking limbs off the body with shots, then I blew up the spot. The whole scene is your burial plot. I saw the news and the aerial shots, I just ready to block. Revolution, are you ready or not? Let me hit you with this Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know. This that old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This the old school Detroit flow. Let them know. Pop a clip, time to drop that fool. Never fuck with a project dude. We used to all dodge cops at school. Now we all grown up on the block, that's cool. If the cops come through, they get popped at too. Let me spit this rebel shit on this laid back tune. Because I got you niggas scared of my hype ass tunes. Y'all scared of revolution, better fight back, dude. Let me kick a fed ass with these fly ass moves. Plus I think I got blood on my nice ass shoes. Have to dip to the dealer and cop that coupe. Bulletproof, out to black dash out with the crew. On a mission, about to blow up a factory, dude. About to bring all the pain and the agony, dude. Got the world news saying it's a tragedy, dude. Destroy the evil warrior, then you have to regroup. Say Hurykane is the truth, bitch. Let me hit you with this Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know. This the old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know. Let me get you with the Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know. Let me get you with the Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know.
Hurykane, about to do it.
Walking through the sea so cool. All black, stay strapped, get clap if you fuck with the crew. Maybe you be up under my shoe. Turn blue, niggas get stumped out in my timber boots. Bulletproof all over the suit. Got it ordered, custom made Cartiers in the fedora. Met me a fine ass chick at a Sephora. Hit it from the back, just smoked up on the quarter. Took it to the crib, the legs was on my shoulder. Briefcase style, well, yeah, I had to fold her. She said my meat good is better than Ponderosa. So I had to pound the pussy over and over. Now I'm out the door, the baby, the show is over. Headed to the block, you know I'm selling that boulder. Haters talk shit, I'm knocking head off a shoulder. Territory mine, hey yeah, I'm taking over. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one.
I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. Look, I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. Blast me killers, we fast with triggers. Blast me full up with Hennessy and blast some niggas. If a fair run up, gotta blast them too. Real niggas gon' do what they have to do. Time to roll up a blunt, then I crack a brew. Got a call from a chick, she was passing through. Had to take her ass up in the afternoon. Got a call from a plug, now I have to zoom. Full of motherfucking fans tryna track my moves. Y'all bitches can't fight, can't combat my moves. I'm the black John Wick that I pack your crew. I think you gonna need some fucking backup, dude. AK and take your motherfucking backup, dude. And your wife will think I'm a stand-up dude. I see you haters strapped, bitch, I'm strapped up too. Shoot your ass in the head if you act up, fool. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. Let's go. This that real hip hop. What it do? Vibe with the nine. Real hip hop.
Lots on the bass, so you know the bitch bang.
Shouts out to Jordan, live it up.
Nothing like a funky feeling.
The church doors is open.
Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling.
Take it to the club with the crew. What we gon' do? Pull a nice chick, get a loose. Roll up the goose and the juice. We hang like a noose. The party going down on the roof. Baby, drop it low to the dance floor. Baby, quick at this baby, they won't let go. Baby, look at my eyes and say you want a boss. What nigga do you want now? What it cost? 1738 on the go say. On the Casamigos, what do you say? Hurykane and Jordan gon' put it on ya. From Detroit straight down to Georgia. We party to 6 in the morning. This be so cold, let's keep it going. Knock it out the park with these cold moves. Yo, Jay, you tellin' them what we gon' do. Hit them with that old school.
Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling.
Yeah, tell the living young girl about to give it up. Tell the fine girl put the drink in the bigger cup. Fill it up. Tell the brave girl about to drink it up. Now we in the dance floor, yeah, get the lick it up. Some of the business of when I'm really spitting for the women that wanna feel it. I know they dig it. Got his head back to the bar and get some more. Looking for this is the girl you wanna smoke on the boat, smoking gelato, sipping Moscato from the bottle. This girl 20 more than the model. Body ever got it, just being out of smoking exotic. Everybody go up and down like it's hydraulics on the dance floor. We get lit, pop lock, go the road by. You can even do the splits so smooth and with these cold moves. Jay telling them what we gon' do. Hit them with that old school.
Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling.
Throw your hands up in the sky. And forget about the troubles in your 9 to 5. Instead, throw your hands up in the sky. Forget about the troubles in your 9 to 5. Throw your hands up in the sky. Forget about the troubles in your 9 to 5. Throw your hands up in the sky. Forget about the troubles in your 9 to 5. Let the beat ride. Beat ride. Take them home, Jay.
Funky, 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 funky.
You already know. You know, I got to give my testimony. You know, they always do that at church. Give your testimony. My life. They would never take my life. Gotta tell y'all a story. I lay all my cards on the table. I got nothing to motherfucking hide. Real shit. This is how y'all get to know me. You feel me? Let's go.
Yes, I'm an unstoppable force. Back in the day, I rapped on the top of the porch. Used to dream of the mansion and be driving the Porsche. Getting triple platinum albums on the cover of a Source. Used to want to be on stage, get a couple of awards. In the VIP section with a couple of whores. Used to want to hit the mall, buy a couple of stores. Looking fresh on the yacht, this a party for sure.
Let me mind you up.
I'm mind you up. With the coolest of legends. Have a new concert, go from 2 to 11.
So put your links out there so people can subscribe to you.
Some message in my bars, teach you spiritual lessons.
Much love to the guys.
Cameos, a couple of flicks, soundtrack of the movie on the Billboard, bitch. But it's all just a dream. Had to wake up quick, get back to the money. Gotta pop this lick. My life. Had to bag them molds, flip them bowls. Had to go and lock in mode. My life. Had to show no grit, get those chips. Had to go hit them licks. My life. Had to bag them molds, flip them bowls. Had to go and lock in mode. My life. Had to show no grit, get those chips. Had to go hit them licks. Now I'm on the block flipping nose and bows, doing shows with hoes. They was on the flow for show, getting blowed your nose. She took off her clothes and blowed on my pole slow. I'm about to overload, explode in the roll hole. She wanna go for more, let's go. A couple rounds and then we gotta hit the stove. It's a more Patron, think about the song is on, was on is on. Baby gonna moan till dawn, from dusk till dawn. She the vampire in here. She became my baby mama, I ain't seen her in years. After all I've been through, man, I wish she was here. Call her out, how she brought my fucking daughter to tears. Many years of my life, man, I suffered the silence. Got the hold in my wrath, man, I wanna be violent. So I redirect my energy to ripping and rhyming. And I dedicate my soul to the rebel alliance. My life, I'ma throw my fists, load my clips, busting out them low life pigs. My life, I'ma flow like this. I know the motherfucking government don't like this. My life, I'ma throw my fists, load my clips.
Yeah, just grab some music, guys. Yeah, you got anything you want.
I'ma flow like this. I know the motherfucking government don't like this. Call my name, game ain't gonna remain the same. I remain the range, every lane remain the same. You
have my
pain, surgically arrange your brain like a Saw movie. You wanna see and hate this thing? I'ma take your veins, wrap you like you laced and chain. Your face retain the bomb when the feds come save. The feds contain everything is flowed to bits, souls to miss. Everything goes to shit. My flow is sick, exposing every government. You better read the Rockefeller secret covenant. In other sense, the world was designed like this. They the reason why I gotta walk around like this. Revolution, motherfucker, that's the sound I'm with. I'm I hit a world leader with a roundhouse kick. Lifting up cops, going through a townhouse, bitch. What a rebel sound like, bitches sound like this. My life, I'ma end like this. Throw your hands in the air for this real ass shit. My life, I'ma end like this. You throw your hands in the air for this real ass shit.
Shouts out to the Hurykane tonight.
I'ma end like this. Throw your hands in the air for this real ass shit. My life, I'ma end like this. You throw your hands in the air for this real ass shit.
Put them hands together.
Never take my life.
Y'all say it together.
My life.
Tell them.
They will never take my life. Never take my life.
Shouts out to the Hurykane tonight. Trap this church choir.
My life.
You know we got to give our testimony. I can't do that shit alone. I got a feature. We're going to keep this testimony going. Shouts out to D Goddess of Love. Yeah, you can grab any song you want. You know what I'm saying? You have my permission. You have my permission. You can play some music. You know what I'm saying? Let people rock out. You know, I expect everybody to grab all my music, all my content, put it on an MP3 file. Because once I leave YouTube, I'm going to need y'all to keep my message going. Because once I leave this shit, I'm going to go put in some work. I'm going to go put in some work. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm just the minister of information, giving everybody the game on what's going on in the world, what's going on in our country. And expressing myself in different layers when it comes to parodies, when it comes to this Sunday service, when it comes to, you know, the top 15 countdown, when it comes to my TV show reviews, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm all over the place with it. I just wanted to be a fucking gamer. That's what I wanted to do on YouTube. Just be a fucking gamer and get paid. But nah, I guess it ain't gonna be that easy. As soon as the government shut down, I had a choice. Use this money and get this gaming shit set up. I'm talking about like I had the computer money, the CPU money, the green screen money, the microphone money, the soundboard money. I had it all. But that scamdemic, when that pandemic started, I had a choice. And the choice wasn't hard. Risk it to get the biscuit or use the money for survival. I chose survival for 1,000, Alex. So with all this money, watching people run around like chickens with their head cut off, I was cool. And plus, most motherfuckers had that rent forgiveness shit where they landlord or you know, whatever they was at, they was letting people not pay. But I was telling people, I was like, nigga, they don't have to back pay that. So I advise people to save their fucking money. Did they listen to me? No, they fucking didn't. So when it was time for that rent forgiveness shit to be over, they thought they didn't have to pay shit. Like, no, bitch, you got to pay all that. This is why I was glad that I saved my money, because I was in an apartment building that was black owned. So they ain't had no rent forgiveness, ain't no government telling them shit. But what he did do was, he was like, I understand what's going on, so y'all just all pay half of the rent. I said, bet it up. I said, bet. I can pay half. I can pay half. And my rent was like 500. So it was like 500 and some change. So I was like, fuck it, I was paying like 260, 270 or some shit a month during that whole scamdemic. So I was like, bet it up, you know. So like he was cool for that. He was very cool for that. But yeah. Much love. Vonta. Sunday Hood Service. Shouts out to the First Lady of the Hurykane tonight. Trappist Church. Looking good. I hope you got your Sunday best on. Looking lovely. You know what I'm saying? Looking lovely. Hope everybody having a cool day. Hope everybody having a cool afternoon. It's like 5:25 over there where you at in the UK. So it's going on the evening over there. Hope you're having a cool evening. Cool late in the afternoon over there. Everybody in y'all respective time zones. This is awesome. Shouts out to everybody. About to get up into another one. Hallelujah. You already know. Let's get off into this. Where is that? Where is it? You know where we're gonna go? We're gonna go right here. How y'all feeling? You feeling good? Already after dark here. Yep, the sun went down, huh? UK after dark. How you feeling? Cause we feeling good.
Smoking weed, feeling good. CD mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. CD mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. CD mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. CD mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Sipping on this fucking lean, smoking on the green, looking clean, riding through the scene, feeling like a king. Pop a bean with a bad bitch, I can get between, make a spleen, bosses on my dick, like a trampoline. Put the scene, sell it to the fiends, gotta make the green. I'm a hustler, and I got some $1 billion dreams. It's a scene with the Cali chick, chillin' on the beach, cracker cheeks, sipping fucking weed. That's my cup of tea. I'm a G till I D.I.E. Show you I'm a beast. Haters weak, you will cease to be. If you fuck with me, got the keys going overseas. Feed up to my queen, she's a pocket goddess. Yeah, you fucking know what I mean. Seals all up in the throat. While I'm smoking weed, I believe I'm the only one that you gonna need. Feeling green, baby, yes indeed. Got me feeling free. Baby, rolling up the street. Play come and roll with me. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. What's the flow? Fuck it though. Used to give a fuck before. I don't give a fuck no more. Time for me to smoke some more. Walking with the baddest hoe. You know how to fucking do. Stunting on them fucking hoes. Baby girl, I love control. Now we gigging on the boat. Everybody on the floor. Drinking liquor, smoking dope. Girls twerking on the floor. Rolling up another one. Lean in my double cup. Club banging number one. Roll up another blunt. Fucking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good.
Hey. Shouts out, Vonta. Shouts out to all the videos that you make to the music. You make them videos hot. Thank you,
Phenom
Vonta.
Rogue One Production.
Let go.
Show me my opponent. Where's my opponent? I'm a killer ball, grab a bed, you don't want it, break, keep it to components. Throw you in the ocean, sleeping with the fishes, bitches, listen, I be on it. Start him while he's scoring. Pull off in the foreign. Don't in 60 seconds, hit the gas, then I'm blowing like a river. Feeling like a winner. Got my fine chick, about to eat her for dinner. I've been on the mission, never keep me slipping. Calling up the ghouls, every bustin' at a bed building. In the lobby, dropping bodies like a fucking brew. Weeds ripping everybody. Show me my opponent. 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 This is my decision. Chilling like a villain. Cut you up the ribbons, cause the government is tripping. Now I'm up in Cali, chilling with this baddie. Going all in the baby girl, call me daddy. Riding through the valley, smoking on the fatty. About to get this girl 50 straight in Cincinnati. Gotta get this money, get back to the money. Haters looking funny, cause I shot up in the stomach. Motherfucker on the battle, you the one to battle. Pulling out the shot and make your whole body rattle. Don't wanna kill the chatter. See your body
I know, that's wrong.
with the hurricane.
Fuck YouTube.
Everybody scatter, show me my
YouTube is our opponent,
Show me
Vonta.
my opponent. Show me 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 my opponent.
Damn, Vonta. YouTube is our opponents, man. No one messes with your channel, man. That's some bullshit. 7 days. I know. Fuck YouTube, and not in a good way. God damn. Because I know you had some videos on deck too. I know you had some shit on the flow. And they just trying to stop the show. I said, Vonta, our content ain't for everybody. They hate on our shit. They hate on our shit. I'm due for a strike. I'm due for 2 strikes at least. I'm due for 2 strikes. But real shit, Vonta. Our content ain't for everybody. They hate on our shit. Some motherfuckers embarrassed to even come to our shit. Some motherfuckers are sitting in the bushes. Or me, I like to say, sit in the parking lot. And listen to it on the speaker, on the Bluetooth speaker. From a Dollar Tree. Fuck they talking about. But anyway, yeah. Our content is too extreme. Our content is like, it's like motherfuckers are grown. We can motherfucking listen to whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. You know, like long as it's not, I guess what they say, harmful or follow community guidelines. I think you're straight. You know, your content is AI and music. Like everybody else is is practically doing the same fucking shit, but just a different fucking way. And me, I'm doing the same shit in commentary, just in a different fucking way. And we still get strikes, we still get copyrighted and age restricted. It's not fair, but this one lets me know what they want on the platform. They want bullshit on the platform. They want bullshit. They want bullshit. They want pandering. And if we are going to do it like anything together, they want us arguing, fussing, and fighting each other. So kiss my ass. We're preaching unity and destroying the powers that be over here. There is no debate. There is no argument. It's the government is killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through disease. Prove me wrong. That's my argument. Your religion is a form of mind control. Prove me wrong. That's the argument. You know? And when it comes to what we do on Sundays, we just deconstruct. And I tell stories of what I've been through in my life when it comes to used to being a Christian or dealing with Christians on a daily basis, or thank God it's not a daily basis anymore. On a, I could say, a once every blue moon basis now. Because most Christians are leaving the faith and they're becoming their own self. I'm hearing people talk about, man, nigga, I'm not Christian, no Muslim, nigga, I ain't following any of this shit. I just want to do me. Hearing that, I'm like, yeah, I feel you. You've been through a lot. Because the tone and frequency behind them saying it, I'm done with religion. I'm done with all this bullshit. I'm just about to do me. There's an energy behind that that's powerful. It's like, nigga, I'm taking back my fucking life because I was fucking tricked for most of it. Now, I have my disclaimer. Let me put my disclaimers out. I'm cool with open-minded Christians that don't care that I'm not a Christian. We can still sit down and have a conversation. The second Christians I'm cool with are the conspiracy Christians. We look up the same shit. We go down the same rabbit holes and we expose the same enemy. I'm cool with my spiritual Christians. The spiritual Christians value meditation. They understand Jesus and God, and the church lives within the heart. That's the heart chakra. So we focus on the heart chakra on up. All the lower chakras we don't even think about or deal with. We just try to master that shit. And for those who don't know, the chakra system is the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra to the crown chakra. But there are many other chakras inside your body that you must understand and recognize. Learn your pressure points, learn your mantras, your mudras, your affirmations, your visualization, and you will have a great manifestation. But you have to believe in yourself. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day that you learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears. Get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message, and it comes from the heart. Believe in yourself, and that's the place to start. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day. Hey. Looking forward to nobody say, nigga, that's one of the realest songs you ever heard in life. And that's from a kid's show. Thank you, Vontae. You know I gotta preach it. What's the next one before we get off into the service? We go play. I know we played a couple of Jordan tracks. We're gonna play another track from Jordan. Me and Jordan. Where we at? What's the other track of me and Jordan at? Where is it? I might be in another spot. There we go. Shouts out to Jordan, head of the Hurykane and Trap Tonight. Hurykane Tonight, Trap this church choir.
Where we going
That's a long ass fucking name.
Where we going now? Where we going now?
to the White House, start a revolution. Formulate the intrusion, and then we get the shooting. Then we looting everything up in the fucking building. Do it with the four foes, leaving your heads missing. Feds bitching, cause they know I'm.
And I forgot. And I'm cool with the Gnostic Christians. The Gnostic Christians are the ones that understand that if the God of the world exists, he's the demiurge, Yahweh Bayoff, Chief Hurykane, and that motherfucker's an evil genocidal homicidal maniac. The world is a prison. The body is a prison. The only way out is through gnosis. Look at what happened to the Gnostics. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. So the open-minded Christians, conspiracy Christians, spiritual Christians, and the Gnostics. I'm cool with them. All the condescending Christians, the judgmental Christians, the ones that just look at us and immediately think we're going to hell, or just speak condescendingly about us, or just talk about us behind closed doors, or just motherfucker just talk shit about us. You know there's such thing called radical Christians, right? Nigga, they'll blow your fucking head off for saying the shit I'm saying. So you wonder why I'm on the defense or on the offense as a Hurykane tonight. I'm ready to blast the motherfucker too. So let's go. There's over 42,000 plus different denominations of Christianity. Can't nobody get it right. Can't nobody come to an agreement. Something ain't right with that. But we can all come together and say fuck the government. But they can't come together and say love one another. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, let's get back to it.
Made it out alive, prophesied, I'm sending souls to the other side. Sitting high, smoking weed, sitting feeling fine. Got another mission to do, go hop in the ride. Time to ride,
I go full Scientology.
Got the phone time, weapon, make you disintegrate. Integrate through the mainframe, we got the stakes. Feeling great, yes we made it out without a trace. Gotta say, it is time for us to operate. Stop the hate, come together, shoot a cop the gate. Gotta slay every enemy standing in my way. Slow motion, expose a bitch as I walk away.
Where we going now? Where we going now?
Going to the Hurykane tonight and trap this church, y'all. That's where we going.
Where we going now? Where we going now?
We're going within
Where we going
to find ourselves.
Where we going now?
We're going to do that shadow work.
Fuck the separatists, we can settle this, no disparaging. Fuck your arrogance, I'm the new domestic terrorist. Got a gun, I'm my arrow, this in your parents, bitch. All you evil bloodlines is an embarrassment. From the Caribbean, I'm dressing like a Samaritan. Sneaking through the crowd, Assassin's Creed. Are you prepared for this? With the kid in place, started quick, then I walk away. Then I came to the rooftop and smoke a J. Got a bigger blade, came here to decapitate. If you working for the government, sing a side of fate. All you niggas fake, all you do is fucking hate. Trump your ass at my dimension, you will not escape. Time to case to a mission and go and case to place. Break your face and drive away, yo, they in the state. It's a giveaway, never gonna put the blink away. On my way to a place I have to shit today.
Hack everything.
We are in control.
Hey.
It's time to lock and load.
Hurykane Jordan.
At the mission control. Where do we go?
Woo!
Lock and load.
I love when that beat come in.
Let's go.
I love when that beat come in with that fucking bass. Boom! Jordan.
Tell me,
Where do we go?
Hit him with it. Hey.
Where do we go?
You know it. All right, let's play one more, then we're going to get off into the service. Sunday sermon, you already know it. Where is that? We're going to play the new track from Me and Relentless. Here we go.
Jordan Akron, Hurykane, relentless. Same, man. Smooth and soulful right here, man. Bringing real hip hop back. You know, from the D, already, all the way to the TX. Yeah, WA. Hurykane and relentless.
Hurykane and relentless. Yeah, man, we came from the trenches. Enemies put up your defenses, leaving you defenseless. Yeah, man, we dashed over fences. Had to take you out in an instant. Evaporated, leave the whole city dilapidated. Politicians might get decapitated. It's sad to say it. Revolution by rebel shooting, we then pursuing, hopping out the sky like we paratrooping. You there regrouping. It's so amusing, ripping into this cold music. Shit sound like the soundtrack of an old movie. But this reality, no need for formalities. Whipping your ass, not with fatality. Hurykane and relentless. Gotta grab your hearts and minds. Hit you with these hardcore rhymes. Time to hit you one more time. Look. Hurykane and relentless. Gotta grab your hearts and minds. Hit you with these hardcore rhymes. Time to hit you one more time.
You know the rhymes is hardcore. Feeling they want more. I'm solid and pure cane. Like a fresh kill coat. We about to redefine the culture. Cultures they get the rope. Leave them hanging outside. Shit like some poke. Short to WA all the way to the Texas. They trying to unite our people just like BMF. It ain't nothing but trail bars that we flowing express. We leave the crumbs for the bums. Then we taking the rest like a muck. We dropping bombs. We ain't making no threats. No motherfuckers, just some rookies in the presence of vets. They squeeze the buses long enough. You know they bound to confess. Go to jail to get some clout just so they out with sex. I'm content with the underground and all the real ones here. Do this music for therapy. I ain't chasing no deal. I ain't an industry puppet. I give a fuck how they feel. One rebel with a cause. I'ma fight to the end. And I ain't caught up in facades or them bullshit dreams. In the world, but I ain't of it. Hate it, like it, or love it. Tweaking your labor budget. But you ain't feeling no pressure. Real corporate oppression. Hurykane gone.
Hurykane and relentless. Gotta grab your hearts and minds. Hit you with these hardcore rhymes. Let me hit you one more time.
Oh yeah,
Hurykane and relentless.
45 chill.
Gotta grab your hearts and minds. Hit you with these hardcore rhymes. Let me hit you one more time. We the baddest, better witness the madness. Bringing the hip hop to the masses with these classics. Fuck the haters that talk shit, they know we greater. Send the soul to the maker if they touch on paper. Infiltrators and perpetrators, we gotta slay them. They the FBI, I see you fucking haters. I know you watching me, should just watch the economy. Yeah, so I gotta be new leader of this monopoly. Ain't no stopping me, I'm the Hurykane, high commodity. Truth can't be marketed, your soul, they will abolish me. Tell you honestly, must acknowledge me, fuck the mockery, fuck the government, yo, this my new philosophy, everybody can know it, hear it when I flow it, flowing like an ocean with all the weed that I'm smoking, flow is from the gifted, Hurykane and relentless, ready for whatever, give you the business, we on a mission, Hurykane and relentless, gotta grab your hearts and minds,
Great
hit you with these hardcore rhymes, let me hit you one more time, Hurykane and relentless. Gotta grab your hearts and minds. Hit you with these hardcore rhymes. Let me hit you one more time. Hurykane and relentless. One more time. Hurykane and relentless. One more time.
kind of church I live.
Hurykane and relentless. One more time. Hurykane and relentless.
One more time. Shouts out to everybody. What up, though? Edgar Mendex in the building. Now we about to get off into the Sunday service. All right, I'm trying to see which two I got. I only got 2 videos, but there's some long videos. They ain't that long, though. Pause. Pause again for safety. What's this? Make sure.
Jesus said, deny your...
All right, cool. We're going to do that last. We're going to talk about this one.
Demand more from your God. And I know this hits...
Now,
demand more from your
I
God.
went back to the Mind Shift channel. The Mind Shift channel when I first started. He only got to demand more from your God. And I find that to be very powerful. The God that you know, these people worship, no matter what it is. So they gotta be about Christianity. But like, since we over here in the States, And Christianity is the big three. Let's talk about part of the big three. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Demand more from your God. Demand more. You know. Now let's get off into it. This is from the Mind Shift channel. And now after this channel, we're gonna do Durante Lamar. Now both of these cats been on the same channel together. They did the same shit together. So I was like, cool. It's good that I got two of these cats. One is an ex-pastor, and this guy has deconstructed from Christianity, and he breaks shit down. He has the verses next to it. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Mind Shift channel. And let's get off into it. Demand more from your God.
More from your God. And I know this hits the believer's ear incorrectly. How could I possibly demand more? Who am I to demand anything? You're a person who ideally should desire consistency. So when you tell me your God is all powerful, I say, expect then that he could do anything. When you tell me your God is the greatest being that has ever existed, the highest capacity of mind, then I say, expect that your God could have come up with another way to do something that doesn't involve something like rape, slavery, or genocide. When you tell me your God is pure love and pure justice and desires connection, relationship, and the saving of every single individual on this planet that he has ever made or allowed, I say, then expect your God behaves in the way that backs those claims up. And yet, Christians will often seem still confused by all of this. So I'm going to do an example for you today. We're going to pull one concept from...
Right, but he can't lift my YouTube strike, though. That's hilarious, Bata.
I say, then expect your God behaves in the way that backs those claims up. And yet, Christians will often seem still confused by all of this. So I'm going to do an example for you today. We're going to pull one concept from the Bible, and we're going to apply this lens of expecting a truly tri-omni God to do better. The concept today will be that of the promised land. Just that term alone, promised land, or even...
The promised land is the concept of the day. And we already know, if anybody read the story of the promised land, I'm going to just break it down in a quick ass motherfucking summary. God pulled the slaves out of Egypt, have them 40 years in the wilderness, right? Let's stop right there. Ding, 40 years in the wilderness. That's 40 years of y'all motherfuckers working together, building your promised land. But nah, God like, oh, your promised land is over here, but you got to murder some people. Men, women, and children. But no one have the common sense to be like, we've been wandering for 40 years. So what was people was doing for 40 years? See, when they want you to believe the shit literal, they had you think they was just all just like walking around and just wandering. No, motherfucker, they had to set up camp. They had to learn how to fight. They had to learn how to motherfucking really survive, to go to war, to get a promised land. And what's crazy is you already in your promised land. I would have been like, yo, God, we've been here for like 40 years and you talk about some promised land. I think we cool and comfortable right here. We know how to fight. We know how to defend ourselves. Anybody come over here to get their ass whipped in the name of God. How about that? No, motherfucker, I told you to go get this promised land over here. Kill every man, women, and child. God damn, really? Yeah, you're going to have a warrior named Joshua. You're going to be a bad motherfucker. All right. You're going to see that promised land, though, nigga. Then Moses died without seeing it. So did God lie to Moses? Did God put Moses on a motherfucking lifelong mission? A lifelong lying ass mission. Someone need their ass beat. Yeah.
Chosen people ought to be enough to see that we have some serious problems with already the titles that we give this God. And I've done one other similar video about this. It was mainly focused on the idea of the chosen people and thus Gentiles and their collateral damage effect. But today we're going to sharpen up again on the promised land. And we're going to look at two things. One, what are all of the issues with a promised land and a perfect God that creates one? And two, what are the alternatives? How could an actually perfect God have done this better? Because I promise you, when you start looking at this particular concept without your God glasses on, without that devotional haze getting in your way, the cracks appear instantly. A moral God shouldn't need conquest. A wise God shouldn't design a plan that requires bloodshed. And a loving God shouldn't solve one group's problems by eradicating or creating entirely new problems for another group. Just as a few examples to get your head thinking and do this own thought experiment for yourself. Really, for once, expect your God is everything you've ever claimed about him. You keep that in mind as we go through today's episode, and you tell me.
Yep, exactly. Moses killed for that guy and didn't get the land. It's like, it's just like, I read that shit. I'm like, God was talking to Moses. Moses died. Joshua saw the promised land. This shit fucking crazy, son. And don't get me started on the whole goddamn story on way before they even got there. All this magical Final Fantasy shit. God talks to fucking Moses on a mountain as a burning bush. No one, look, I don't care how big that mountain is or how short the mountain is. It is an old man climbing it to talk to a burning bush. How the fuck is that fucking even fucking humanly possible? And two, you have commandments in your hand. How the fuck are you climbing down with tablets? How is that fucking possible? And then you come down and see your people sinning like a motherfucker, worshiping golden calves. Don't tell them how long you was actually gone. They don't really say the time. Then you throw the tablets down, climb your old ass back up the mountain to get some new ones, to climb right back down, to kill the motherfuckers that was motherfucking worshiping the calf and shit, and then put these commandments in place. Now, what's the logical explanation on like how these motherfuckers even knew how to fight to even get promised land? My logical explanation is going to Moses, because Moses was an Egyptian with the Pharaoh. They, like did they shit. Like he had to been a warrior to teach those motherfuckers. He had to be. So, but like at the end of the day, why fight? Why fight? Y'all got pulled out of the motherfucking bullshit in Egypt across some fucking water. Now, here's the next motherfucking magic shit. 2 to 7 million women, men, women, children, cattle, and carriage. And we still don't really know the full number that went across that goddamn water that opened up. We still really know. Motherfuckers saying 2 million, some motherfuckers saying 7. So I'm saying from 2 to 7 million people, men, women, children, cattle, and carriage. Hoofing it. So I just can't believe that shit. And then God shows up as a pillar of fire by night and a big ass cloud by day. The fuck is that, a UFO? The fuck going on here? Oh yeah, Jada, yeah, good job. Yeah, man, that's kind of impossible. And then with the manna coming from heaven to feed people when they was hungry, manna, like food, just like dropping out of heaven on some AI shit. God 3D printing manna and shit. And then the fucking rules and the strictness with the Sabbath and shit. Motherfuckers was getting killed for picking up manna on the Saturday. Like shit wild. Shit wild. It's just like, I just can't believe it. I just can't motherfucking believe it. But yet, we have this shit.
At the end, if there really is a way to excuse it, if this is really the perfect plan from a perfect God, and I'm not talking about man getting in the way, all of this is God's doing, and it's at a time when God is doing a lot. God is intervening in man's free will. He is showing up and parting seas and causing plagues and appearing physically before people. And
don't get me started on the fucking plagues. Don't get me started on the fucking plagues. I ain't even mention that, and I'm glad that Mind Shift mentioned it. The fucking plagues. 10 fucking plagues? Really? Just kill the fucking Pharaoh, Lord. Just kill the fucking Pharaoh. But no, I want to do a whole bunch of magic tricks. And the first 2 or 3 magic tricks the Pharaoh already knew. Oh, you can turn your stick into a snake? So can I, bitch. Then the water going in the blood and shit. People got to drink water. And then, but it's the last shit that gets me. It's the last shit that gets me. God kicking back, rubbing his hands like Birdman, talking about, for my last trick, I'm gonna kill all the firstborns of Egypt. Damn. Like, what the fuck? Really?
Speaking audibly before people and leading his people around for 40 years, feeding them from the heavens, appearing to them by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. This is not a God that is playing within the rules of the universe. This is not a God that is stepping back to allow his children free will. This is an act of God doing miracles, intervening, disrupting free will, so we don't get any of those excuses. And with all of that stage now set, let's dive in. Here is everything wrong with the very concept of a promised land. 1, it requires at best displacement and at worst full genocide. We know from the Bible itself that the land of Canaan was already fully occupied. The promise therefore creates a moral problem right away. A moral problem that didn't previously exist, that didn't have to exist. Again, something that should not be able to happen from a perfect God. And please remember your triomni God's properties during all of this. That means this God's plan literally requires, like from...
Is that cuneiform? Or is that Klingon language? I love the symbols.
The blueprint, ethnic cleansing, to come to fruition. No one forced this on God. Even when Christians argue, well, the Canaanites were so evil, it still demands the killing of children. Like, I'll never, ever understand this argument.
Right. The Canaanites were so evil. No, the fuck. Nigga, God is a motherfucker saying, kill every man, woman, and child. And yet the Canaanites are evil. Get the fuck out of here. That's why we are the Hurykane. We are better. We are full-fledged warriors. Cuneiform. Yep, I was right. Holy shit. Comply, baby.
Okay, supposedly every single Canaanite tribe is so evil. They're all doing child sacrifice, and the Israelites aren't. Wink, wink. So therefore, we have to protect the children from being sacrificed by... I'm a little by murdering all the children.
Right. The good news, it never happened. Because if it did, nigga, God is a genocidal, homicidal fucking maniac.
Very unimaginative from this perfect, all-powerful God. The next problem, and similar, it violates the moral agency of everyone that is not part of the chosen people group. The Canaanites get no choice in the matter. They were allowed, created even by God, to be in this place. It's also not their fault that this God didn't communicate with them, didn't choose them, didn't rescue them from their oppressors, didn't have prophets speaking to them. This is what I mean. As soon as you just back up a hair and consider the chosen versus non-chosen issue at large, all the excuses about how evil these people are, they do all the same things to a T, every single thing, and usually less than the Israelite people have done under God's direct command with full revelation from God. And yet it is the other people that need to be ethnically cleansed, wiped out, or enslaved. It's truly indefensible. Now, to be fair, the Israelites don't have that much moral agency either. They were handed over to be enslaved for 400 to 430 years. Then they were rescued and then commanded to enslave and ethnically cleanse on their own. They are commanded to kill. And thus, morality to this God quite literally becomes about obedience, not ethics. And all of this so far is God's doing, not man's. The next problem is it's logically unnecessary. Again, so many times the very first thing out of the Christian mouth will be, well, God had to. He had to establish a place for his people. We had to be able to have safety to get to the line of Jesus so he could eventually be born and become Savior and do it in the right time and place. All of these things that must happen to this all-powerful God that you would already need to believe this is his must happen. We have no reason, if we believe the rest of the scriptures up to this point, to think that God's not doing what he wants to have done. God chose when it was time to free his people from slavery. God chose to let them be enslaved in the first place. God chose exactly how the Exodus was going to go down, how long it would take, how many plagues he would do. Hell, he hardened Pharaoh's heart until he was done getting the plagues that he wanted to get out of his system.
Yeah, he hardened the Pharaoh's heart. There is other passages in the Bible where God is putting evil spirits on people. I want to play both sides of the goddamn chessboard. This is boring. I'm tired of watching one side and the other side do that. I need to play both sides. I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart and I'm going to cause 10 plagues. I'm going to make a bet over Job's life with the almighty enemy that everybody hates, Lucifer. What up, though, Lucifer? What you been up to? Oh, you know, just roaming to and fro. You heard my servant Job, nigga? Oh, yeah. Talk about that bitch ass nigga you blessed with all that wealth and shit. I bet if you take away that shit, he'll dish your ass. Let's bet. And all the angels like, oh my God. I'll be in the back like, man, I quit, nigga. I'm going to hell. Hey, yo, Lucy, nigga, I'm rolling with you, nigga. God ain't shit no more. Like, nigga, what the fuck? No red alert. Lucifer walking in that bitch like he just owned the goddamn place. Right? I know Michael in the corner like, bitch, I want to cut this nigga down with the flaming sword, but he can't. He can't. He can't. He got counsel with God. He can't do shit. Michael over there mean mugging the shit out that nigga Lucy. Like, yeah, what's up, bitch? That's hilarious. You can picture the tension in that room. Salute, Marve. The moral of the story is that you can't mess with the righteous way, but you can mess with yourself. Yep, God plays both sides and then punish religion.
All of Egypt would know about him. So for a God that is this active, that is this in control, that is this powerful, the idea that this is the only way, which is kind of part 2 of this entire episode, so I'm not going to give any examples right now, is again logically unnecessary. Some of these points are similar, but I want to show each particular case. It creates an ethnic hierarchy by divine design. It's God assigning land based on what? On bloodline, not behavior. As if people with entirely free will should be expecting God to take stakes in this at all. Remember, the only
Hell yeah,
halfway
Vontae, you already
excuse
know
you
it.
have for the problem of evil is man's free will.
But over here in the States, if Jesus come back, the first thing a motherfucker gonna say is, are you here legally? I'm like, did this motherfucker just say that and another person co-signed the motherfucker that said it? Like, you need to be a legal alien. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are retarded. Y'all motherfuckers are retarded. This is why I say Jesus might come back and sue motherfuckers for defamation. It's gonna be like the People's Court. The defendant. Jesus Christ. He says that the whole fucking world has used his name in vain. Oh, surprising another defendant. The devil was with Lucifer. I mean, the devil was with Jesus. But they do say the devil and Lucifer and Samuel are different people, though. So some motherfuckers still comparing Samuel to Lucifer. When it comes to the fallen angel shit. But I tell Christians, but y'all don't fuck with Enoch though. So why is y'all even saying anything about fallen angels? Y'all not even supposed to even be thinking about fallen angels. Y'all supposed to be just thinking about Lucifer, God, the fucking other battle. Like anything concerning fallen angels and shit, that's just from other sources that's not even in the Bible. That y'all claim y'all don't fucking believe. But when I tell motherfuckers to read the shit, so you can have a full picture of what the fuck you're reading, they look at me like I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, okay. I know what answered all my questions. Reading those Dead Sea fucking Scrolls. Reading that Bible from front to back. Understanding it was puzzles, mysteries, riddles, contradictions, metaphors, symbolisms, parables, analogies, allegories, numerology, and a splash of spirituality, and a shitload of holes. I had to find out the holes, read it in its formats to really fully understand that shit. So now the Bible was just used for research purposes only. And plus I be fucking Christians up when they be motherfucking saying some shit and I have a contradictory verse to what the verse they said. Oh my God, nigga, I was so in depth on that shit. And then I came to a point, you can't argue with a Christian no more. I was like, you know what? You can't battle facts with faith. You can't battle facts with faith. Real, let me say it one more time. You can't battle facts with faith. You're going to be arguing all motherfucking day, talking all day, yelling all goddamn day. So I pick my battles wisely. This is why, like I said, I can talk to 4 different types of Christians. Open-minded Christians that don't care if I don't believe, we can still have a conversation. Conspiracy Christians, we look up the same shit, expose our enemy. Spiritual Christians, we both value meditation. And our Gnostic Christians, me and you both think that if there is something out there, he's a genocidal, homicidal maniac. And the only way out is through gnosis. knowledge of self. Get the fuck up out this realm. You can avoid the reincarnation cycle. Get the fuck out this bitch. You know, and going back to the Matrix, you know thyself is on the Oracle's door seal, you know. Yup.
So at this time, when man has so little free will, so clearly, this God is deciding who marries who has what child is blessed, which person becomes judge, which person becomes king, who gets the anointing, who wins what battle. You don't get to blame man's free will here. God is sovereign, 100%. Sovereign means 100% responsible. So
yeah,
God,
you can't blame free will in this situation. God is officially hands-on in this whole promised land shit.
God is then responsible for this racial preference and thus racial discrimination. This idea that is God's and God's alone legitimizes future ethnic conflict. It immediately makes God an author of war, not an author of peace, right? When I get to some of the alternatives.
Yeah, and another thing with the Tower of Babel, if that's real, only thing these people did was came together to try to build a tower to make it to heaven, I guess. You know, telling what they was thinking of, like, we want to see God, we want to meet God, or maybe they just wanted to do it to just be like, God, we can make temples too to reach the heavens. God like, oh, hell no, I'm about to fuck y'all temple up and make y'all speak different languages. Fuck all y'all. That's what God did. If that was real. You know what I'm saying? Because you ask yourself why. All they did was just motherfucker come together and build a goddamn tower. I don't know the context behind it and what was the intentions on why, but word through the grapevine is like they were trying to build a tower to heaven. I don't know no other motherfucking shit. So it's like, all right, I need to look more deeper. But like word through the grapevine is they're trying to build a tower to heaven. They all had one language, and God was like, oh, hell no. I'm gonna make them speak all different languages, which creates division and confusion, and destroy the goddamn temple. That's grimy. We go back to the beginning of the motherfucking Bible. You create a perfect paradise, but you put the tree of knowledge of good and evil in it. But it's a problem eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil because you'll become like you. So the point was to keep us weak, docile, worshiping, mind control, brainwashed slaves to worship you forever. Is another good question. So what does God really want? He wants us to obey. He wants us to worship. He wants us to praise. But yet, there are other gods here that is a lot better than the God of this fucking Bible. Don't worship no other gods but me. That should make a nigga think in the audience like, oh shit, there's other guys out there? I thought you was the only true nigga. Y'all wanted them dumb from the start. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? When we ask ourselves these questions and we ask our questions, you know, like we got to use our common sense, critical thinking, and comprehension skills. Like, did God want us to be stupid? Or was God on some, did he want us to be stupid, but like at the same time still put the tree there, knowing that we gonna motherfucking eat from it? And here's the other stupid thing. If you had a so-called great battle with Lucifer, Satan, and the devil, and this nigga landed here, why the fuck would you put people here knowing that the motherfucking evil nigga that y'all fought landed here and this is his prison? Why would you call this his prison if you're going to have people here supposed to be living and worshiping you? How can we worship you in a fucking prison that you made for someone else? And he gets to roam free and do everything with him and his demon buddies. Y'all up there with fucking flaming swords and arrows and archers and shit. Not doing shit. And you wonder why people are the way they are. If there was divine intervention, there would be some divine warriors fighting these so-called demons that's here. But at the end of the day, if this is a fucking prison, Jesus and God and angels, y'all ain't nothing but goddamn wardens. Y'all not doing shit. Y'all don't give a fuck. We are put in this motherfucking prison on the simple fact that you put that tree of knowledge of good and evil down here. This is a petri dish. This is a hamster wheel. This is an ant farm. This is a motherfucking regular fucking farm. And humans are the harvest. Or let's do it something better. God, devil playing tug of war with your fucking soul. I refuse to be your experiment. I pray to no one. Nor will I be prayed to. You know, so it's it's wild. It's wild. Let's get back to it.
You're going to see that this could have been the greatest example of actual love and peace ever. But you choose a group, you choose a land that they're not in, that's occupied by others to be their land, and you permit and help create every ounce of harm that befalls the people that just were born on the wrong side of an invisible fence in God's mind. These conquest narratives in the Bible, things of siege, of starving women eating their children, of boys lined up and executed, of virginal girls being captured as sex slaves or wives, if it makes you feel better. Like, there is nothing that can happen under this setup that God gives them that could ever result in showing this God to be more about peace than war, more about love than division. It just doesn't work that way. And aside from what it does for that particular chosen people, in the religion that has moved itself around Judaism, Christianity, it still encourages this same theology of entitlement. It's hard to really talk about ethics or justice or generosity or peace when 75% of the holy book you divinely inspire contains the narrative showing that this is a God of one people, that it is us versus them, that if you're not for us, you're against us, that if you're in our way, you will be trampled, that one person or one group or one belief system is entitled, that this whole thing is exclusionary instead of inclusive, that one person or one group or one belief is superior. All of this being ideologies that are inherently divisive, inherently harmful, inherently problematic, not inherently beautiful, inherently life-giving, inherently just, inherently equal for all. It makes suffering necessary. The suffering of the Canaanite people was not happenstance. It wasn't something God was sad to have to do. See my video on delighting in destruction. It was structural to the God of the universe's plan. That's what I mean about demand more from your God. You call him the God of the universe, and yet he is so hyper-fixated on a small patch of land that was already owned or occupied for one group of people that he would get involved in all of their rules, and here's 600 and some that you have to follow or I'll kill you. And as long as you're following all of these, I will bless you to allow you to kill everyone and enslave everyone around you for your own prosperity until you piss me off, and then I'll punish you some more. How small for God of all creation. How hypocritical for a God of all creation that made everybody, that supposedly Christians try to talk about the inherent value of man. Tell that to the Canaanites. Tell that to any Gentile. Hell, tell that to the Israelites themselves. None of the things Christians claim about their God can possibly be true when we have concepts like chosen people and promised lands. So the last problem that I was going to mention that leads us right into our second part is the very concept of a promised land ignores all possible alternatives. Let me share with you from my very feeble, flawed mind, only having been on the earth some near 40 years now, unbelievably limited compared to an all-powerful, all-wise, all-just, all-knowing, benevolent creator of all. And yet, I think I came up with some actual good ideas. I think the first option is the most obvious. How about you just create new land? Isn't all of this land you, God, by word, created in a moment? Is it too hard for the all-powerful God of the universe to speak into existence a new continent, a new country, a new peninsula? No harm, no displacement, no slaves, no war. Make it nice and fertile, easy to manage. You were sending...
Exactly. Raise some land from the goddamn sea. You like opening up waters and shit, make the promised land for them, or just use the promised land that they went to after they got across that goddamn water and they wandered for 40 years. It could have been that fucking simple. Not no magical shit like you just make some land out of the motherfucking clear blue. No, it's land all over this goddamn bitch. But, you know, they bullshitting.
Food from the sky. sky. But here in a minute, Christians are going to justify why the Israelites had to have slaves for their economics to work out. How do you hold those two concepts? My God feeds everyone from magic falling bread. My God had to work within the time and culture of the place to ensure that his people were able to prosper by having the same tools, human beings, as the nations around them to eventually get to a savior. Slavery was necessary to get to Jesus. My God feeds people with magic bread. No, you don't get to have both of these. But you want something a bit more realistic for this God of magic besides making new land? How about terraforming? How about this God doesn't go all the way with brand new land? He just fixes the land, like all that desert they're wandering in for 40 years.
Yeah, that Peri Reese map is nice, Vonta. Checking it out now. Ancient civilizations. I love it. I still need to go back to my Tartarian Empire studies.
Make it lush, flow a river. Even if you're not going to do it by miracle, you have this group of supposedly millions wandering around for 40 years. Have them walk in a way that's going to let the Nile kick in and water some new ground. I don't know, you're God. Figure it out. Plenty of real estate back then. Just not all of it was a land flowing with milk and honey. But who made the first land flow with milk and honey? God. So don't you think the same God could make the non-flowing with milk and honey land flow with milk and honey? I bet so, because I would demand more from a God that claims to be able to have done all of this once, twice if you count the flood. And all we need is a patch. Doesn't have to take over the whole world or anything. Here's a cool idea. What if God's chosen people just stayed mobile? Why not? He did it for 40 years. It's not like he's going to run out of manna. It's not like he couldn't create some better food for them. Imagine a chosen people that the way they're actually chosen and set apart is to be people that don't take up resources, that instead, because of their blessing, bring resources wherever they go. It's a blessing when the Israelites would visit Egypt because more food would fall, or the plants would be more fruitful. The rains would follow this people. That way, God is constantly a blessing wherever his people step foot. That would be so freaking cool. And some of the things I'm going to be suggesting sound a bit too miraculous for Christians, which is hilarious to me. I'm not talking about what God should be doing this very minute. I'm talking about in the context of a time where this God is doing anything he wants. I mean, he's having entire walled cities fall down because of trumpets and marching. He's having armies of 300 defeat armies times bigger with some trickery. God himself was throwing stones from heaven to kill enemy soldiers. God once had Moses just keep his arms up, and as long as he did, and he could even have help, his people would win the battle. God literally had the sun stay in the sky longer so a battle could keep going, so that more of Israel's enemies could be slaughtered. You don't get to say that's too much work. God couldn't do it. He wasn't just going to hand it to them. That's literally what he's doing. Even if it's just organically helping them get the promised land. He is the one creating everything via magic and miracle to get them in a place where they can take it on for themselves, even if that's the excuse you believe. So why do the worst version possible? What if God did that thing? What is it? It starts with an F. It's really something we don't see a lot from him. Forgive. You know, the thing he says we're all supposed to do 70 times, 7 times. How about he forgives the Canaanites, maybe even apologizes to them for making them an enemy of him, for not showing up to them, for not choosing them, for assigning them the role of enemy. And then maybe after forgiving them, or them forgiving him, he can create a new alliance, a healthy one. Maybe a true perfect God of all creation wouldn't be so concerned with
blood. Instead of getting people to go kill some Canaanites and take some land, how about you put love in their heart instead of hardening people's hearts and get people to talk and conversate and become alliances and become a bigger kingdom? Do this shit through peace. You want to put evil spirits on people, want to harken people's hearts? How about you put peace in people's hearts? How about you put love in people's hearts? How about that? So we can have a better and peaceful world. If you're a so-called loving God, where's the fucking love? Why is there bloodshed and genocide? The death of men, women, and children for a so-called land that you know the people are going to go against you. This is for all praise and worship. Power and control.
Lines and ethnicities, and he would say, merge, get together, unite. This is the beauty of everything I have created. Do you see how small and of the times your God begins to look? Here's a fun one. What if from the beginning of time,
Escape the Matrix.
or right after the fall of Eden, your choice, we know that this God with perfect foreknowledge is going to want a promised land for his people? Let's just assume he's still going to be little enough to have a chosen people in a promised land. What if he just took some of those building materials from Eden and he walled off the promised land, even though it would be so many generations until he was ready to fill it? But when he was ready to take these people through the Exodus out of Egypt, they go up to that great structure no one has ever been able to gain entrance to, and by God's one miracle, so this is less magic than the one you believe in, Christians, creates a path for them into their promised land. Again, no displacement, no genocide, no slavery needed. That would also feel a lot more like it was forethought, right? Like it was actually a promised land and not just an afterthought of, oof, all right, I'm finally going to rescue these people after 4 centuries of letting them be enslaved and listening to their cries. Oh, I know, I'll give them something. I had a place prepared for you this whole time. Yep, it's right over there. It's promised for you, but actually later I'm going to change my mind and no one in this generation is going to get in because you guys griped about the free food too much. And
yeah, and what's crazy is God could have did that too. He could have had a place already prepared for him. Already prepared for him. Already prepared. It could have been already prepared. Like, come on now. But no, go kill every man, woman, and child in these areas. You have a great warrior named Joshua that's going to do it. Joshua was decapitating the shit out of motherfuckers.
Or you can go in. We got to kill a bunch of kids. Yeah, how about no forced child murder as a good start for your actual promised land for your actual chosen people? Is there not some version here where God leads these people just in the way he's already been doing, but to a spot on the earth that didn't have any inhabitants at that time, maybe an island? You know, he's parting the Red Sea. What if he just parts a little bit over to an island and they go there, right? Not new land, not terraforming, not ancient land protected with magical walls, just somewhere else on this earth that was already good in resource, but not yet filled. That leads to options. Either there wasn't such a place, bad time management planning from God. Maybe rescue your people 200 years earlier from their enslavement. Maybe move them there directly instead of having them enslaved. I don't know. You're God. Figure it out. So what did I say? 2 options.
Right. You a God. Figure it out. It's like there is no escaping the Matrix, unfortunately. Shit. I'll blow this goddamn planet up. I know y'all heard me say that before. We escaping this bitch. I'm gonna be playing I Can Be Your Hero, baby. I can kiss away the Hurricane. What you doing? I'm saving the world. Nigga, what? No, you know you want to blow it up. I know. This is a mercy kill. I'ma stand by you forever. You can't take my breath away, blue. Or fuck it. Fuck it. I'm gonna blow this bitch up playing Armageddon. Can you take me higher to a place? Or we just eradicate the government, infiltrate all the organizations, get all the files, get all the technology, find out the truth, and reverse engineer some shit. We can destroy this matrix. Mode it. You already know. Real shit. The matrix or the simulation or organic or digitized world, there's still a physical aspect to it. You know, it's like, as much as I want to go with the route of everything is an illusion, I just got to look at reality. In reality, I could touch my phone. That is physical. There is a physical construct here. But at the same time, we do live in a digitized world. when it comes to virtual reality, when it comes to video games, when it comes to, shit that they're trying to put into your brain to merge us with this tech. I think this universe has more mechanics than we think. And it's on the level that's material, scientific, and spiritual. It's harnessing our energy and manipulating it in some kind of way. I can't find the right words to put together, but all I can say is the mechanics of the universe: frequency, energy, sound, vibration. We have emotions to add to it. Dark matter, chaos. There's a lot of shit to study for me to get even close to probably 90 something percent of what I think I know. But I don't know shit. I don't know what this universe is made out of, but what I do know is I could touch, I could see, I could feel, on a material level and on a spiritual level, understanding energy, frequency, and vibration and sound. But also, dealing with alchemy. You know what I'm saying? There is so much to this universe that we have to just grasp a hold on and study. And at the same time, after you do all that and you find out the truth, what's the next move? We have to kill the government because they lied to us. Getting through the fog to end up in the woods. Clarity filters the illusions. Yeah. Yup. We just, and like the cool thing about this is we are willing to seek this. We are willing to, put aside all the bullshit to find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like this what makes us different from any other creator out there, because we choose to seek truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And understanding, overstanding, outerstanding, whatever you stand on. I hope you're standing on the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we need. In a world full of lies and illusions and manipulation and intimidation and fear, they want us to just curl up into a ball and be a bitch, but we can't. We are fighters. We are warriors. And only got one rule: everyone fights, no one quits. You disobey me, kill you myself. Do y'all fucking get me? Yes, we fucking get you, sir. Welcome to the revolution. Hurricane's revolution. Welcome to the Roughnecks. Hurricane's Roughnecks. Let's get back to it.
So that would be that there is room, so send them there, or there isn't room, plan better. Yeah, plan better is the most hilarious thing to say when you claim your God has perfect knowledge. Nothing then catches him by surprise. Nothing then that is part of his will or plan was something he didn't directly think about and thus choose. So every time I give you another option for something he could have done instead, that by definition for a perfect God of knowledge would have had to enter his brain as an option, and yet he chose the current option of genocide, slavery, and rape as the most ideal option. Again, I say demand more from your God. What if this God didn't even worry about land all that much at all? What if it was more morally focused? Forget about a plot of land and a flag and a king and a crown and a castle. Make your people known for their kindness, their generosity, their nomadic lifestyle, their simplicity. They can build an identity around actual ethics, around integrity, around compassion. Oh no, you want them to be just like everybody else of the time, and then yet still judge everybody else of the time for being just like them as an excuse for why they can go wipe them out? Got it. And then, there's others that we could talk about here, and there's so many iterations to each one, but hear me out. What if in this perfect God's perfect plan, there was no chosen people group? There didn't have to be. If your argument is there has to be, you don't believe your God is all powerful. You might even say there has to be because, and you'll list other things like because we have to go through the right bloodline to get to Christ. No, that's something that you believe was established because of what you've read. That doesn't mean it has to be that way. A God who creates from scratch, who is all powerful, has no limitations. You cannot answer anything I have said today with, well, God had to, or, well, God couldn't have done this, or, well, what, you just expect God to have done this? Yeah, no chosen people, no chosen land. A global ethic rather than a tribal one. An all group instead of a inverse out group. An act of actual love. An act of actual peace from the God that is supposedly love and peace. If you believe, for the very last time, that your God is all-powerful and all-knowing and all-loving, and you actually admit to his sovereignty, and you see how he interacted in the ancient world to set up everything he wanted to set up, you then have to come to terms with the fact that how it was, how it happened, how it's reported, what's in your canon is the best that this God could do, is what he desired, is what he willed, even at the least what he allowed, what he condoned, which means then that he didn't see or that he didn't care about all the problems I initially listed with the concept of a chosen people and promised land. And also then that he saw but didn't care to do any of the alternatives that I listed. You believe that a perfect God started with favoritism that would lead to excuses for genocide and slavery for millennia, and that didn't just have this get away from him because of the wickedness of man because of their free will, but chose, communicated, commanded, and condoned all of it. Jesus does not get you out of this. New covenant does not get you out of this. The time and culture does not get you out of this. Those are all weak, apologetic excuses that have been fully debunked. So if you're a Christian trying to win an argument, go ahead and act like I didn't just say all of this and put it in the comments. But if you're a Christian who says you care about the truth and you're willing to follow it wherever it goes, contend with this. You don't even have to do so publicly. You don't have to write back. You don't have to tell me anything. But if you are truly about truth, then you tell me how you see everything I just laid out and can continue to say that your God is good. Explain that to me. Because truly, this is one of my top 5, probably top 3 issues with this religion. Because part of the religious claims are all of these perfect things, loving things, true things, just things about this God that cannot be so for a billion other reasons. But for today, the concept of a promised land. I wanted to personally thank my...
All right. Now we're about to go to the ex-pastor, Durante Lamar.
Jesus said, "Deny yourself and follow me." Paul said, "It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives within me." Jesus said, "Deny yourself and follow me." Paul said, "It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives within me." We should probably talk about what that does to a person who believed that these phrases are the words of God. Christianity's relationship to the self is not subtle. Across the New Testament, autonomy is treated not as a capacity to be developed, but as an obstacle to faithfulness. This isn't about church culture. It's about the texts themselves and the psychological posture they produce. Christianity, at its textual core, reframes personal autonomy as a moral problem by repositioning where authority is allowed to live. Instead of treating the self as a legitimate site of moral reasoning that can be trained, refined, and matured, the New Testament repeatedly treats the self as unreliable, deceptive, or dangerous. Jesus and Paul both operate from the assumption that human judgment cannot be trusted on its own, which is why the moral task is framed not as developing self-authorship, but as surrendering it. The self is not something to be strengthened, it is something to be denied, crucified, or overridden. Once the self is decentered, obedience can be elevated as virtue. Submission becomes proof of love, faithfulness, and humility, while independence and self-direction are recoded as pride or rebellion. Internal desire is no longer treated as neutral information about human needs and drives, but as a suspect force that must be monitored and restrained. At the same time, authority is pushed outside the individual and sanctified as sacred, placing it beyond negotiation, or the combined effect is a moral system where self-trust is not merely discouraged, but morally inverted. Submission becomes goodness and autonomy becomes something that must be corrected. When we talk about personal autonomy, we're not talking about selfishness or radical individualism. We're talking about the basic capacity to function as a responsible agent in the world. Autonomy means being able to trust your own judgment enough to make decisions, revise them, and live with the consequences. It includes moral self-authorship, the understanding that your values are not merely received from authority, but formed through reflection, experience, and accountability. It also means ownership of your own body, thoughts, and choices, and the freedom to change your mind as you learn more without being threatened with punishment, shame, or existential fear. Autonomy is not the absence of influence, it's the ability to integrate influence without surrendering authorship. The contrast is that Christianity does not merely aim to shape outward behavior, it targets the internal decision maker itself. Rather than helping individuals strengthen discernment or develop moral confidence, the system often trains people to doubt their own judgment and defer to external authority. Over time, the goal is not simply that you do the right things, but that you stop trusting yourself to determine what right is at all. In that sense, Christianity doesn't just regulate actions, it retrains how decisions are made, relocating authority away from the self and into obedience. Let's pull a few examples from the text. Jesus presents deny yourself as a moral ideal in Luke chapter 9, verse 23. It says, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. It says, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. When Jesus frames discipleship around the command to deny yourself, he establishes self-negation as a moral ideal rather than self-development as a moral task. The self is not treated as something that can be educated, disciplined, or matured into wisdom, but as a competing authority that must be overridden. In this framework, desire is not neutral information about human needs or motivations. It's a liability that threatens obedience. Moral maturity, then, is not measured by discernment or ethical judgment, but by the willingness to suppress one's own inclinations in favor of submission. This is why the language goes beyond metaphorical discipline and moves into identity displacement. The goal is not to refine the self, but to replace it, exchanging personal authorship for loyalty to an external will that now defines what it means to live rightly. But then also consider Matthew chapter 10, verse 37, where it says, anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And then Luke chapter 14, verse 26, if anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, even their own life. Now, when Jesus elevates loyalty to himself above family, bodily preservation, and even one's own life, he reorders the hierarchy of human commitments in a way that fundamentally undermines autonomy. Natural bonds, parental attachment, relational responsibility, and
yeah, Jesus said, fuck your parents, nigga, roll with me. And you wonder why it was only 12 disciples.
Preservation are no longer treated as morally authoritative on their own. Instead, they're subordinated to a singular external allegiance that claims absolute priority and centrality. In functional terms, this reframes survival instincts and relational loyalty not as legitimate guides, but as potential obstacles to faithfulness. Once loyalty is vertically reoriented in this way, autonomy cannot coexist with the system. Independent judgment becomes indistinguishable from disobedience, and choosing for oneself is recoded as rebellion against the highest good. But let's take it a step further. Matthew chapter 5, verse 27 through 28 says, anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery in his heart. When Jesus collapses thought,
how the fuck I committed adultery in my heart? I ain't putting no ring on nobody. But you was thinking about smashing it. Yo, man, she fine as hell. And plus, you can't motherfucking put no shit on me. Y'all angels be up there looking at these hoes just like I be looking at these hoes. You know why, Jeebus? You know why? The fallen angels. Oh, God, come on. Come on, the fallen angels again came. Yes, the fallen angels. Shouts out to all you ladies out there. All you ladies around the goddamn world. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all ladies something. All y'all ladies out there, pat yourselves on the back. Give yourselves a round of applause. Do a spin and a goddamn twirl. Because if cosmic entities was willing to risk their heavenly bodies to come down here and fuck with women, then the women ain't heaven ain't shit. Shouts out to the ladies of earth.
Desire and action into a single moral category, the scope of moral regulation moves inward, beyond.
And to expand on that, I heard through the grapevine, the conspiracy theory grapevine, that the only reason why they're covered up in the Middle East was to avoid the fallen angels coming down to fuck them. Some people think it's some type of religion or tradition that the girls got to be covered up, but I heard through the grapevine that this is going back to ancient times when the fallen angels was coming down fucking the bitches. I need to look more into it, but sounds like it makes a lot of fucking sense. You got to be in love with a chick eyes nigga, you gonna like end up on a Juicy J video. Her chewing is the bomb, but her face looks scary on some shit like that. Like, fuck it. I put a ring on it. Keep your face covered up, bitch.
Behavior
The
and into the private
Nephilim.
interior of the individual. Desire is no longer treated as a precursor that can be examined or redirected, but as a completed moral failure in itself. This produces a system of internal surveillance, where individuals learn to monitor and discipline their own thoughts as though they carry the same ethical weight as outward harm. The result is guilt without injury and accountability without action, forming a self-policing identity in which the individual becomes both the accused and the enforcer. This is not merely an ethical teaching about conduct. It is a psychological architecture designed to regulate the inner life. Now let's consider scriptures like Galatians chapter 2, verse 20, where Paul says, I've been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live. If Jesus introduces self-denial as a posture, Paul codifies it as an identity. When Paul says, I've been crucified with Christ and I no longer live, he's not describing a moment of humility or poetic devotion. He's presenting the elimination of autonomous selfhood as the moral ideal. The virtuous subject is no longer someone who reasons, chooses, or authors their life, but someone who has surrendered authorship entirely. Agency itself is treated as something to be relinquished, not exercised. The individual is praised for disappearing, becoming a vessel rather than a partner, an instrument rather than a responsible agent. In this framework, moral goodness is no longer measured by judgment or accountability, but by the extent to which the self has been erased in service of obedience. Consider Romans chapter 7, verse 18. I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is, in my flesh. When Paul claims that nothing good dwells within him, he reframes the inner world as a fundamentally unreliable space. The self is not portrayed as morally immature but capable of growth. It's cast as inherently compromised and untrustworthy. Internal impulses, judgments, and desires are treated not as signals to be examined, but as liabilities that require restraint and oversight. Because the problem is located inside the individual, the solution must come from outside the self. Over time, this framing produces learned moral dependence, a posture in which individuals are trained to distrust their own inner life and to rely on external authority to tell them what is good, right, or permissible. Then there's Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let everyone be subject to governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established. By framing governing authorities as divinely established, Paul removes authority from the realm of negotiation and places it within the realm of the sacred. Power is no longer something that must justify itself through accountability or consent. It's sanctified by its existence. Questioning authority is reframed not as a civic responsibility or moral discernment, but as resistance to God's will. Responsibility or moral discernment, but as resistance to God's will. In this structure, submission is not merely encouraged for the sake of order, it becomes a spiritual obligation. Autonomy doesn't just diminish under this logic, it is morally inverted, as obedience to hierarchy is elevated to righteousness while independent judgment is cast as defiance. When a moral system consistently teaches people to distrust themselves, the psychological and social consequences are predictable. Chronic guilt and self-doubt emerge not because individuals are behaving harmfully, but because internal impulses have been framed as suspect. Decision-making becomes difficult because judgment was never strengthened, only overridden, leaving people uncertain of their own authority once the external system is removed. Desire, ambition, and dissent often feel dangerous rather than informative, and ethical confidence is replaced by a need for external validation to determine what is acceptable or good. When people leave the systems or begin to evolve beyond it, shame frequently follows, not because growth is wrong, but because autonomy itself was coded as failure. This is why deconstruction often feels disorienting at a fundamental level. It can feel like losing gravity, losing identity, or losing permission to exist freely in the world.
I ain't feel that. I was in so much anger, wrath, rage. I said, fuck God, fuck the devil, fuck angels, fuck demons. If y'all real bitches, I'm killing y'all both. Again. I'm about to do me. I'm about to take back my life. I'm about to take back my mind, my body, and my spirit. And I started smoking, started drinking. But, also got on that stage. I started, doing shit for the community. But like the internal struggle was alcoholism, after going through what the fuck I was going through, after, I had to drink. I was that bad. No, it was like, what the fuck? But after the drink is done, on some Max Payne shit, stumbling across the house, punching walls, just once I started getting more into my music, start performing and, start healing myself through the music, and give it back to the community, everything just became better. It's just like I just had to do something productive, instead of destroying myself, But that was 2006. It's 2025 now, and it feels good.
The structure that once told you
Max
who
Payne
you were,
shit.
what to want, and how to decide is gone. But the skills required to self-author were never developed. Autonomy doesn't feel empowering at first because it was never practiced. It was trained out, leaving individuals to rebuild a sense of self from a place of absence rather than confidence. When people leave Christianity, autonomy rarely feels neutral. It feels wrong. Not because self-trust, boundaries, or independence are inherently harmful, but because the system spent years training people to associate those capacities with moral failure. Trusting yourself was labeled pride. Saying no was framed as selfishness. Choosing your own path was cast as rebellion. As a result, exercising autonomy triggers the same emotional alarms that once accompanied sin, even after that belief has collapsed. This is the reversal that makes post-Christian life so difficult to navigate for some. Actions that are necessary for healthy adulthood, setting boundaries, revising beliefs, prioritizing personal agency, carry an inherited sense of guilt and danger. The body and mind respond as though a line has been crossed, not because harm has occurred, but because the moral reflexes were conditioned under a framework where obedience was goodness and independence was disobedience. Reclaiming autonomy, then, is not just an intellectual shift. It requires unlearning the emotional penalties attached to self-authorship. Christianity does not merely ask for belief. It asks for the surrender of the self. At its core, the system does not aim to cultivate confident moral agents, but compliant ones. When people are taught to distrust their own minds, bodies, and moral instincts, the outcome is not deeper wisdom or greater virtue. It's obedience. And obedience, however orderly it may appear, is not the same thing as ethical maturity or human flourishing. And this is the part we rarely name. These teachings don't stop shaping people when belief ends. They often follow us out of Christianity quietly and invisibly, continuing to influence how we relate to authority, community, and responsibility. Even after doctrine is rejected, the posture remains, affecting how we enter rooms, respond to disagreement, and understand our role in the world. For many people who have deconverted, the loss of belief does not automatically translate into the development of autonomy. What often disappears is God, not the underlying desire for structure, certainty, and externally managed order, not the underlying desire for structure, certainty, and externally managed order. As a result, many former Christians find themselves gravitating toward new spaces that replicate familiar dynamics, rooms with the same power hierarchies, leaders who function as unquestioned authorities, and belief systems that use secular language but preserve religious certainty. This isn't a sign of weakness or intellectual failure. It's the predictable outcome of a system that never allowed autonomy to be practiced in the first place. When self-authorship was treated as dangerous or forbidden, freedom becomes disorienting. What is being sought is not truth in the open-ended sense, but certainty without responsibility, clarity that does not require personal authorship, risk, or accountability. For many ex-Christians, consensus functions as emotional safety rather than intellectual alignment. Instead of seeking diverse rooms where disagreement can sharpen thinking, they gravitate toward spaces where everyone agrees, because agreement eliminates tension. Tension, however, requires internal authority, the ability to hold uncertainty, disagreement, and unresolved questions without collapsing. And that capacity was systematically trained out of many of them. As a result, disagreement doesn't register as a dialogue. It registers as danger. Nuance can feel hostile, debate can feel abusive, and dissent can feel like betrayal. Not because these individuals are fragile, but because disagreement was once tied to eternal consequences. When difference was punished with rejection, exile, or damnation, consensus becomes the only environment that feels safe. Christianity conditions people to relate to meaning primarily as consumers rather than contributors. The dominant posture is that of the sheep, the student, the follower, the receiver, the child, someone whose role is to listen, learn, and comply, not to co-create or share authorship. Opportunities to function as partners, collaborators, or builders are rare and tightly controlled, usually reserved for sanctioned leadership. When people leave belief, that structure disappears, but the posture often remains. Many continue to look for content to consume, leaders to follow, and systems where someone else is responsible for organizing purpose and direction. They exit belief, but keep the same relational orientation toward authority, meaning, and responsibility. And that posture quietly communicates a limiting assumption. My role is to receive, and someone else is responsible for building. When people are never trained in agency, powerlessness often hardens into chronic complaint. Without a practiced sense of responsibility, everything begins to feel like someone else's fault, and critique becomes a substitute for construction. It's easier to diagnose problems than to risk participation, especially when participation implies ownership, failure, and accountability. Moral superiority can quietly replace engagement, not as arrogance, but as a defense against responsibility that feels unfamiliar and unsafe. These individuals can often see what's wrong with everything around them, yet struggle to build anything themselves, not because they don't care, but because they were never taught how to see themselves as a legitimate partner in shaping the world. If your primary identity has always been student or victim, collaboration doesn't feel empowering. It feels presumptuous. At the core of all of this is a hidden fear. Autonomy is terrifying when you were taught that authority is what keeps you safe. Autonomy means you can fail, you can be wrong, and you can't outsource outcomes to someone else. It means that you are implicated in your choices and their consequences. Christianity trained people to be morally dependent, to look outside themselves for permission, certainty, and absolution. When deconversion removes the authority but leaves the dependency intact, freedom doesn't feel empowering. It feels dangerous. This is not a character flaw. It's important to say this plainly. It isn't laziness, entitlement, or narcissism, in most cases. What's being observed is underdeveloped agency. Many people were never taught how to hold tension without panicking, how to share power without submitting or dominating, how to disagree without collapsing relationally, or how to build without first receiving permission from an authority figure. These capacities don't emerge automatically when belief ends. They have to be learned. When a system discourages self-authorship and rewards compliance, the absence of agency is not a moral failure. It's the predictable result of training. Healing from religion does not end with disbelief. It ends with reclaiming authorship. Leaving faith removes external authority, but growth requires learning how to inhabit responsibility without replacing it with another controlling system. That shift means moving from consumer to contributor, from critic to constructor, from audience to participant, and from certainty to responsibility. Freedom is not the absence of influence. It is the ability to act as a responsible agent within it. And this is the critical truth. If you don't learn to trust yourself after religion, you will keep looking for someone else to tell you what's right, even while insisting that you're free. Christianity trained us to obey long before it ever trained us to think. Deconversion removes the command, but it often leaves the habit intact. The reflex to look outward for permission, certainty, and direction. Until that habit is unlearned, freedom gets misunderstood as withdrawal rather than responsibility, and critique becomes a substitute for contribution. Reclaiming autonomy means more than rejecting belief. It means learning to see ourselves as responsible parties in the world, capable of choosing, building, failing, correcting, and participating without needing an authority to authorize our existence. If this conversation hits you in the chest a little, if it names something you felt but never had language for, I want you to know that that tension isn't a problem. It's an invitation to grow, to take responsibility for your inner life, and to stop outsourcing your agency to systems that were never meant to carry it. That's exactly why Sunday sessions exist. They're not sermons and they're not debates. They're intentional, structured conversations designed to help people practice autonomy, accountability, and shared responsibility in real time. Right now, we're in a series called Flight School.
Yep, and that's Durante Lamar. But you know, you already know. I hope y'all having a great Sunday. About to play some tracks, then we gonna get up out of here. We reached the 2-hour mark, and let's get it. Shouts out to everybody. Much love to the goddess Vonta, my first lady of the Hurykane and Night Baptist Church. Sunday best. Let me hit y'all with some real lyrics.
Meditating by the sunshine, gotta ease my mind, cause I'm living in these evil times. Now it's time for me to redefine, change the whole game. Fuck a brother dominated by your real pain. Being fighting the storms and breaking the pain. Now we're not afraid of using the power of my game, destroying everything. Broken family, Illuminati, and Rothschild. Just like cattle, we got this world locked down. Foreign fella, eradicate, got me mad again, sad again. Can we destroy these evil savages? Sandwiches made out of human flesh and packages. Fluoride and water got y'all emasculate. Can't even fathom it. I created better advantages, smoking cannabis. Load up the cage, it's time to blast again.
Salute GBA Radio. What's good? What's good?
We coming with dozens of killers.
GBA Radio.
Fucking government, nigga, there's time to fight. Doomsday, motherfucker, yeah, the time is right. How many people really want to ride tonight against the government? Fucking call me Dr. Blight. Fucking government, nigga, there's time to fight. Doomsday, motherfucker, yeah, the time is right. How many people really want to ride tonight against the government? Fucking call me Dr. Blight. Occupying the ready, my gun is heavy. This mission is deadly. I hope you motherfuckers ready. My arm is Chevy, equipped with the Guna beam. Another level, coming through to see me like twisted metal. Demolition, I be destroying the competition. Stop and listen, the government is the opposition. Way to kind of pick a minute, I never finish, I am replenished. Powers will never diminish. They're using magic to broadcast it on the masses. So I'm blasting all you fucking evil bastards. To the masses,
much love, Jimmy, what's good?
Earth, y'all better disperse or you getting murked. Fuck it. I'ma hack the system, blast the system. That will cause a cataclysm. Massive missiles, master pistols, have to lift ya, and the fucking world won't miss you. Fuck the government, it's time to fight. Doomsday, motherfucker, yeah, the time is right. How many people really wanna ride tonight against the government? Fucking call me Dr. Blight. Fuck the government, it's time to fight. Doomsday, motherfucker, yeah, the time is right. How many people really wanna ride tonight against the government? Fucking call me Dr. Blight.
Dr. Blight. Dr. Blight. I'm Dr. Blight. Fuck a Dr. Fauci. Fuck a Bill Gates. Fuck a Klaus Schwab. Fuck a George Soros. Fuck a Neil Mohan. Fuck Larry Fink. Fuck Larry Ellison.
Phenom Rogue One Production.
And fuck Donald Trump. Fuck all those motherfuckers. It's a revolution. We're at the Hurykane and Night Baptist Church. It's time to play some music before we get up out of here.
Revolution.
Shouts out to everybody. Hope you're having a cool Sunday.
You know what it is.
Time to tell you a story. It's a revolutionary story, part 1. Let's go. Hey.
Time for the ice move, had to call the crew up. They pulled up, gave them a bag, nigga suit up, smoke on the bag. Blunts bigger than the 2 bucks, loaded the mag. For the brains, they gon' scoop up. All black jag, armor truck, in the Supra. Go to the checkpoint, wide corners of the crew up. Inside job, got a chick as the hostess. Sneaking around while the motherfucker toasting. Time for the hacking. If we get caught, business into the dragon. Armor truck burst through, everybody spazzing. Then the safe open now, everybody grabbing. Go to smoke bomb, God, everybody gasping. Me and a bad bitch blasting, eliminating all these assassins.
Thanks, Demi.
Told her hop in the
What's up?
We rolled off, counting on the looter. Trunk banging looter. Move, bitch, get out the way before I shoot ya. Ripping every car that I shoot up. Demolition man, understand what I do, bruh. Revolutionary opportunist.
Who us? Shouts out to everybody. Hurricane and Night Trap this church. Put them hands together.
Revolutionary opportunist. Who us?
Hope y'all having a great Sunday. It's a great service, y'all.
Revolutionary opportunist. Back to the hideout. Have to pull the weed and the wine out. Bad bitch, yeah, she had a fine mouth. Give her a cut, I'm out the door. Got a text from my unmarked phone. They code, got the cryptic. Whole bunch of feds on the hit list. Assassin's Creed style.
Much love, Dr. Chocolate.
Vicious. Caught me solid snake in the bushes. Metal gear on me, dog. Ain't scared to pull it. Burst through the ceiling. I came to get the boss of the building. I'm walking in the hall of the villains. Feel like Batman on the mission. Elites, politicians. Y'all the reason why the kids missing. Occupy the Getty, pay attention. Killing hood figures in an instant. They sacrificing women, now they bout to catch a whipping. Never catch me slipping, bout to load another clipping. Illuminati dipping as I blow up the building. Don't blame Russia against me, little bitches. Sniper rifle blasting every hater from a distance. Hacking every bank account and the fucking pension. Cybercrime, I'ma shine in my own dimension. Fuck the metaverse, government and religion. They brainwashed through cell phones and television. Hacking every tech in existence. This is the realest, bitches.
Shouts out to everybody. Much love to the doctor. Dr. Chocolate.
Revolutionary opportunist.
You know I'm Dr. Blight. Me and you both came here to operate. Let's get it.
Revolutionary opportunist.
Let's get it. Much love to the doctor.
Revolutionary opportunist.
Much love to the goddesses.
Revolutionary opportunist.
We at the Hurricane and Night Trap this church. Put them hands together.
Flood is on.
The flood is over. Hey. Hello, Dr. Chocolate. I gotta let them know that my name is Dr. Blight. Dr. Blight Part 2.
I'm Dr. Blight.
I came here to operate. I'm surgical with this bitch.
Let's go.
Fuck the government.
Waking up to the sunrise. Gotta ease my mind. We still living in these evil times. Now it's time for me to redesign this whole world. Cause the blind always lead the blind. Call me Morpheus, I'm telling you to free your mind. You the one that's gotta look deep inside. See the signs of the times of the leash and I. Trying to lock up my brothers to speak the mind. Cointel Pro singing out the league of spies. I can see through the lies and the weak design. Hit the gas so quick with the speed of mine. Better than Dr. Who when I speed through time. Destroy the government with my neat design. Full time cannon blast, it will be divine. Create a new paradise, it will be sublime. I'm brighter than the sun till the sea to shine. I'm Dr. Blight. I'm Dr. Blight. I'm Dr. Blight. I'm not like I am the baddest, bustin' at the fashions. I got the static, my status for damage the planet. Make everybody panic, erratic, the bullets sporadic. Because I fucking had it, I banned it. The fact that y'all scared of revolution, damn it, fanatics. They worship celebrities, they do therapy, clarity. All celebrities is a parody, you scared to see. Cause them bitch niggas are scared of me. Going against the revolution, this a heresy. Parabeams, I kill seraphims and Elohims. And the demonic forces, I kill them all and become a king. Going to another planet, scoping everything. Find out that the government there, destroying everything. Everything, yes, I be first of polarity. Shatter paradigms that world leaders ain't never seen. Take a team, I'm like hit them all with the unity. Turn them all to dust, they'll never see the unity.
Unibeat the shit out these motherfuckers.
I'm Dr. Blight.
Oh, Ty Cannon.
I'm Dr. Blight. I'm Dr. Blight.
And not in a good way.
Send the revolutions in every nation. Why you hate it? Cause I'm changing your
Nice
book of
too.
revelation. I'm the nation. Send the cold rebels in every station. Put the 20 in your chest like you was Jerry Payton. Pump faking. Get you killed with no hesitation. Fuck the world leaders. They all gon' see the devastation. New location. Better witness the new adjudication. Crimes against humanity. Kill them all with decapitation. Number bombs. Taking charge. Collapsing warp stars. Star Wars shit. Hell yeah. I got the force dog. Courts fall. That ain't all. Getting scorched on. Torch on. With these bars. You better call Saul. Fuck all. I steal powers from North Stars. Punch your body parts apart. Fist of the North Star. Know the door. I am Dr. Blight, the Valley Yard. Grab my instruments. I'm gonna operate on all of y'all.
You know why?
I'm Dr. Blight. It's time to fight. Fight for what is right.
It's what I fight for.
Cause I'm Dr. Blight.
Fuck the government.
I'm Dr. Blight.
It's time to do it. It's time to do it. Come on.
It's time to fight.
Stand up. Stand up. Put your hands up.
Fight for what is right.
Put your motherfucking hands up.
I'm Dr. Blight.
Put your motherfucking hands up.
I'm Dr. Blight. It's time to fight.
What we fighting for? What we fighting for?
Fight for what is right.
Fucking government. I feel like dancing to this too. Hell yeah, it's powerful. Yeah. Revolutionary Story Part 2. Let's get it. Let go.
Let me hit you with this laid back hit. Reminisce about the time while I'm rolling the slip. Spending time with a chick, yeah, I hopped in the whip. Mesmerized while she drive as I stare at her tits. I love the suspense that the story commits. Making love in the woods, yeah, that shit was intense. If it's same private property, we hop in the fence. She adventurous, yo, I ain't stopping the chick. We fucking in the labs by the satellite chips. When I took it to the roof by the satellite dish. Then we jumped off the roof, parachute to the coop. In the getaway car with a trunk full of loot. Made it to the hideout, we avoided the troops. Then the girl
Old
got
school
low,
vibe.
blew me
You
like a
already
flute.
know, Bob.
Good job, well done, give her a salute.
Thanks for the
Came back
fire,
to the
Edgar.
night, sipping gin and the juice.
You know. What it is.
Revolutionary opportunists. Who us? Part 2. Revolutionary opportunists. Let me hit you with this laid back tune. Got the greatest rooms, about to go straight to the moon. We was in the mood, feel the energy in the room. In the cosmos, it's just me and her in the news. Now we got a call, got another mission to get. She didn't hesitate, she got a gun off the clip. Headed to the villa, area surrounded by killers. She my overwatch, my baby girl was sniping the niggas while I'm in the field. Call me John Wick with the steals, made it to the boss. You got 2 seconds to steal, so tell me the code. So I get my money, it goes, let me get you know. Got a red dot on his dome, she said that area clear. Walked up and handed her beer. When the mission complete, sweet. Now I'm telling her cheers. Now we on the road. About to head straight to the mold. Have to lay low and then disappear like a ghost.
Yeah, dancing in the church, y'all. You know it, Marshall.
Revolutionary opportunists. Who was?
Your Sunday best. Eyes wide shut.
Revolutionary opportunists. Let me hit you with true potential, I'm too essential. Revolutionary lyrics will make the world tremble. Keep it simple, I'm going ham on this instrumental. But the government say it loud so you won't remember. Did this member from January to December. Faces mad because they dealing with the epicenter. And my temper will make you whimper, you a little nigga. I'm a god, I turn states into bloody rivers. Metaphorical fuck corrigible, I'm a beast. Off the leash like Jet Li, I'm being leashed. I'm a feast on every fad that fuck with me. With my lyrics, and yeah, I gotta say it perfectly. I'm the pebble that's singing ripples on every level. I'm a rebel that's sending shots at you fucking devils. Tell the globalist motherfuckers they can get it too. My girl sent me a mission, what we gonna do? Hey, start a revolution. You know what it is. Hey, what it is. Revolutionary opportunists. Who us? Hey, yeah. Let's get it. Revolutionary opportunists. Who was? Hey.
Part 2.
You know what it is. Revolutionary opportunists. Who was? Hey. Yeah. Throw your hands up. Revolutionary opportunists. Who was? Shooter.
Part 3. You know we gotta play that part 3. I think this part 3 is my best story. I love my part 1. I love my part 2. It was old school, but like this was like a real elaborate story right here. This is a story right here. Shouts out to everybody. Let go.
Made it to the rendezvous. We was all strapped up, blacked up in a 6-man crew. About to go while the do what we do. Headshot to a fed. Now we sneaking on this new fresh suit. Went in the building, had to shoot at the front desk. The guards was upset. Then he got shot in the damn neck. Ass check, we don't need that shit for the room. Gotta hack these computers, get this money and move. Before we move, plant the C4 quick. Then we get to the whip, dropped off, then explode that bitch. At the HQ, watching the news, sipping brew with the crew, smoking weed, gotta plan the next move. Where we gonna go? What we gonna do? Hit another black site, CIA wouldn't know what to do. So we creep in this bitch like Splinter Cell and kill a whale. All you fucking feds get sent to hell like Ripperville.
Before that bitch in slow motion though. Shooting up a black site. Yeah.
Revolutionary opportunists. Who was? Shooter.
It's a whole movie right here.
Hey. Revolutionary opportunists. Who was? Made it out the mission, I must stay. The sun rays shine on my gun in the midst of the gunplay. Sunday was a fun day, the fun way to decapitate a fed, bleed his brains on the lunch tray. Gun sprayed, the shot a fed on a brunch date. Then I called a banker slipping on lunch break. Fuck sake, you niggas off of the cupcake. Take that politicians, I need some fucking trunk space. Drop the car to the pier, they getting dropped off. See the witnesses, their heads is getting knocked off, popped off. Please don't give the semantics. I'm just trying to breach the building, get the schematics. Then pull up with the crew with automatics. Light fears up, the people running in panic. Creeping through that bitch like Splinter Cell and kill a whale. All you fucking feds get sent to hell like Ripperville. Yeah. Revolutionary opportunists. Who was? Hey, you know what it is. Revolutionary opportunists. Who was on the road in a high-speed chase, switching lanes and I still managed to shoot the fucking cop in the face. Hit the sunroof, baby, grab that RPG. Shoot the fucking helicopter before it shoots at me. Shot that bitch, then it fell in the sea. Then the fed got close, I got the shooter with the SMG. Black truck, yeah, 46 times. Land on a cop car, yeah, y'all niggas thought it was fine. Until the hood got away from the law. had to switch out the car. Chop shop, had to strip it for parts. On the road in the new whip, about to ride out to a new lick. We about to lead the feds fucking clueless. Rebel and the nuisance, revolutionary is the movement. The feds wanna see what I'm doing. Creeping on their ass like Splinter Cell and killing well. Fuck the government, send them to hell. I will there.
Havana. You already know that.
Revolutionary opportunist. Who was? Part 3.
Those sins are forgiven him.
You know what it is. Revolutionary opportunist. Who was? Shooter.
Now Rogue One Production.
Your sins are forgiven him, my lady.
Revolutionary opportunist. Who was? Shooter.
Shouts out to everybody. Let's get on to this final song. You know how we always end the Sunday service. You know how we always end the Sunday service. Let's bring out that choir one more time and give my shout outs. Much love to Vonta, First Lady of the Hurykane and Night Trappist Church. Shout out to Brother Edgar, been next in the building. Brother Eyes Wide Shut. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brother Jordan, the head of the Hurykane and Trap the Night Church Choir. Shout out to Brother GBA Radio. Much love to the Goddess Demi. Much love to the Goddess of Love. D Goddess of Love. And shouts out to everybody. Y'all was lighting up this chat. Live and learn. Sovereign Nature. Shouts out. You already know D Goddess of Love. Vonta. Demi. Much love to Crystal is cool. Over there, California love. Crystal City, Michigan. About to get to this last song. Your sins are forgiven, my lady. Let's get it. That's how we always end it. We just took your government down with a bunch of rounds. The flood is over now. This is the song we gonna sing after we done destroying this fucking government, y'all.
The flood is over now. Hurykane just took your government down. After shutting down, the flood is over now. Let's watch the sun as it beams upon the clouds. Let it shine down.
Let go.
Flood is over, and I get up on to the fucking boulder. Now my cup got running over. Feeling get a see, baby, come on over. Smoke with me, the storm is over. No more government, the fuck is over. Hurykane has taken over. No more pain, weight on your shoulders. Kill Illuminati with the shiny go. 3 Templar biggest is high and slow. You 30 kids, get your body blow. And a really family kick in your dough. I'm like Kratos with the God of War. I turn this world to a radical rock. Ain't scared of blast shot, blasting cops, master blocks. Revolutions of the castle drop. Y'all niggas ain't ready for this. Hurykane just wave the clip. Y'all gators be ready to dip. I'm flipping the script. I could have been flipping the brick. But I'm checking off an enemy list. They giving me this. Send them to the abyss. Coming with a probably fist. Y'all bitches gon' turn the miss. Bring change to the game, but they gonna be quick. My name shall reign. Y'all better admit. Destroy paradigms. I'm making a shift. To a dude, my friend, killer, gonna be quick. If y'all wick in this bitch, I'm coming to quit. Full fist, we can flip, we can fucking with this. Government saying shit, I never forget. I'm a child of the breath, I'll blast your bitch. With a blast from the past, let me crack the fifth. Open. The flood is over now. Hurykane just took the government down. After shutting down, the flood is over now. Let's watch the sun as it peaks upon the
Say it with me, y'all. I know the words.
Let us all walk down by the river. Roll a bunch of swishers. Drink a whole bunch of liquor. Till the flood is over, nigga. Now let the sun rise on the real niggas. Fuck the government, niggas. Let us all walk down by the river. Roll a bunch of swishers. Drink a whole bunch of liquor. Till the flood is over, nigga. Now let the sun rise on the real niggas. The flood is over now. Hurykane just took the government down. After shut them down, the flood is over now. Let's see the sun as it bleeds above the clouds. Let it shine on down. The flood is over now.
We singing this after we win, y'all.
The government down. After shut them down, the flood is over.
We're gonna be chilling by the ocean, by the river, by the lake. We're gonna be saying all this.
Let us all walk
down by the river.
Roll a bunch of swishers, drink a whole bunch of liquor, cause the flood is over, nigga. Now let the sun rise on us real niggas. Fuck the government, nigga.
Woo! Man, that was my shit. That's off my volume 4, the flood is over volume 4. I thought it was going to end after that. But Phenom kept sending me beats, and I had to make a volume 5, the After the Flood, then the Flood Returns, volume 6. Then I went to the God series, God of Fire, volume 1, God of Wind, volume 2, God of Storms, volume 3. Now I'm on the Ancestor saga, the Breath of the Ancestors and the Wrath of the Ancestors. I'm damn near almost finished with that. I was supposed to just did the God series this year. I'm fucking around and did 5 albums. Tell me my work ethic ain't better than Tupac without saying it's better than Tupac. I just dropped 5 albums this year. As a matter of fact, I did a lot of collabos and shit. I could make a compilation album. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, nigga. Might as well say 6. If I want to add like a motherfucker, like the motherfucker, you know, all the collaborations I did and put that on the Midwest Southern Soul mixtape. Me, Jordan, C City, and you know, like Relentless, and with the feature tracks from Low Key and shit, you know, we'll bring it out, you know, add some East Coast flow to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the motherfucking Midwest Southern Soul mixtape right there. I think we got damn near like at least we should have close to 15 tracks. But shit. Shouts out to Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Low Key, C City, Sir Drop, Chuck the God, Live and Learn, DJ Overtime. You know, like everybody I did features with. Relentless all day. You already know what it is. Bearded coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Much love to Vanta for motherfucking making the videos spicy. Thank you for grabbing my music and doing your thing with it. And you know what I'm saying? You the shit for that. And I can't wait to see what other upcoming projects you got. I can't wait to see what everybody got popping later on. Salute GG. What's good? What's good? Much love. Much love. GG in the building. I was looking away. I was rolling up and shit. Shouts out. Shouts out. Much love to GG. You know, just giving my closing arguments. We just ended the song. I mean, you know, we just ended. You know what? Let's do an encore. Let's do an encore track. Let's do an encore track. We're going to do an encore track because it's Sunday and everybody should be feeling good. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do an encore, y'all. I hope everybody feeling good. Hope everybody have a great Sunday. Do an encore. It's time to feel good. Let go.
Smoking weed, feeling good. CD mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. CD
Welcome to the Hurykane Night Church. Hope you had a great time today.
Fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. CD mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so
smoking on that frankincense.
Feeling good.
Cause we ain't got no frankincense.
Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Sipping on this fucking lead. Smoking on the green, looking clean, riding through the scene, feeling like a king. I'm a bean with a bad bitch. I can get between, make a spleen, bosses on my dick, like a trampoline. Hit the scene, send it to the fiends, gotta make the green. I'm a hustler, and I got some $1 billion dreams. It's a scene with the Cali chick, chilling on the beach, pepper cheeks, sipping fucking weed. That's my cup of tea. I'm a G till I D.A.E. Show you I'm a beast, haters weak. You will cease to be if you fuck with me. Got the keys going overseas. Feed up with my queen, she's a pocket goddess. Yeah, you fucking know what I mean. Paper seals all up in the throat. While I'm smoking weed, I believe I'm the only one that you gonna leave. Feeling please, baby, yes indeed. Got me feeling
players, how about
baby, come and roll with me. Weed feeling good, CD bobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, feeling good, feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good, CD bobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good, feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. What's the flow? Fuck it though. Used to give a fuck before. I don't give a fuck no more. Time for me to smoke some more. Walking with the baddest hoe. You know how the fucking go. Stunting on them fucking hoes. Baby girl, I love control. Now we getting on the boat. Everybody on the floor. Drinking liquor, smoking dope. Girls twerking on the floor. Rolling up another one. Lean in my double cup. Club banging number one. Roll up another one. We feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good.
Woo! Shouts out to everybody. Hurykane and not trap this church. Well, we gonna ask some questions. And I'll catch y'all all in a minute. And don't know what we got popping off later, but shit, I don't know. If there's anything in the news, I might do an HHN later. I don't know if the party might be postponed tonight. But once the party start, I'll let y'all know. Like y'all see the shorts. but I'll see the shorts or a couple little clips. I hope YouTube don't get rid of it. I don't know how crazy the party gonna be. But who knows? But shouts out to everybody. Thank y'all for coming through on this Hurykane Sunday Hood service. Much love to the goddess Vanta, my first lady of the Hurykane and Night Traptist Church. Shout out to the lovely ladies that was handing out the frankincense, because we ain't got no frankincense. And if you want to donate, it's $ Hurykane JW. You know what I'm saying? You know, the revolution must be funded. You know what I'm saying? The revolution must be funded. And you know, that's if you want to donate. That's if you want to donate. Otherwise, grab this bag and go out there and make that money. Bring the money back. Because remember, this the Traptist church. We trapping. I'm playing. Trapping ain't dead. Nigga just scared. Nigga just playing. They don't want no bread. Here I am. Rocking like a hurricane. Thanks, Vanta. Much love. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody had a great time. I catch y'all in a minute. We had 2 hours at 36 minutes. It is 2:29 in Detroit. Shout out to everybody in their respective time zones. Hope everybody have a cool day, afternoon, evening, and good night. This is Pastor Kane of the Hurykane and Night Traptist Church, where we always gonna ask. We gonna ask. We gonna ask some questions. Question everything. We out. Peace.